fun.
And we're live!
Woo! Hey!
Why are we rolling 96?
I was hit points.
Ah.
Turns out average was better than that roll, so I made the right choice.
Well, there you go.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is right there.
And you have a +2 con.
6 is plus those 2 5s. So you're taking the average on 2 of those dice.
Well, yeah, it would be 42 plus 18.
Wait, I can pick and choose?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
If a
Like,
dice
if you roll,
is not above average, you take average.
you take average for that roll.
Oh. Okay.
So you just got a ton more hit points.
So what does that bring my total up to then? So I'm taking. So instead of those 1s, I'm
They're
taking
4s.
4s.
What's your constitution?
2.
So you get 18. So it's going to be 42 plus 6.
Oh no, it would be 40 plus 18, and then we take the average on.
That's what I'm saying. You take the average on the other 2, that adds 3 to each of those. So instead of 42, it's
okay.
You add 6, so 48 plus 18 is what, 66?
Plus 8 for your original health.
66.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Slightly better. I'll take it.
Oh, right, but plus the 8 for the level 1. Because that's just 9, right? You guys are level 10.
Yeah, we're level 10.
Yeah, and then you get the flat amount.
So the
for,
first would be max plus con.
max plus con, so 8.
So 8.
So 74.
Yes.
Hey.
There you go. You got 1 less hit point than Sarge.
Might want to change your max hit points as well.
I did. I updated the sheet, so hopefully the token will.
Because right now you're at 74 out of 66.
I just changed it.
There it goes.
76.
70. I thought we said 74.
Oh, no, 74. You're
74.
right. My math was bad.
66 plus 8. 74.
I was using a calculator, so.
I was too, and I did something wrong.
There's a reason I love Roll20, and it's so I'm not sitting at the table going 14, 15, 16.
Hi, and
17,
welcome to
18,
the
I hit.
Klenmore, where we're going to be playing with the A team, which on our YouTube channel you have not seen yet.
So the team that we actually started this game with.
Yeah.
These are the main characters.
These are the original lovable assholes.
Can Doothrow be Mr. T? If we're the A team?
No, I can't say D.
I can
Yes.
never see Dean's webcam, I swear.
I almost never see Dean.
I just get that horrifying picture of that weird hand.
Whatever spider hand thing.
I really wish he would kill that thing. Yo,
It's not the visual, it's the sound effect that is the worst.
That's just the regular
You mean
picture
this
of
sound
Dean.
effect?
No, don't you dare!
This is why I wanted to say something, but I didn't because I knew if I mentioned the sound,
Took off her
he would make it.
headphones.
Well, in all technicality, since Zulok is no longer being played, there will not be as many bugs per session as there was before.
Yeah, our bug average is gonna plummet.
Thank God.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
No, I'm not mad about
have
it.
you leveled up Sarge?
I didn't have to level him up. He's basically been on level the whole time, unless we're a level higher now.
Level
no,
10.
we're not. Level 10.
Hey,
Level
it's a
10?
crystal.
Then yeah, level 10, Sarge should already be there.
I love how he says should. Why don't we pull the character sheet up and be sure?
What about journals?
I mean, it
shit,
it has been a
God.
thing where Aaron has straight up forgotten levels.
Nope, he's at level 10. He's good. We are going to go through and do the audits, though. But yeah, if somebody has a journal... Actually, let's do the journals. Well, we can go ahead and do the journals.
Do them afterwards so I have time to write one.
Sure, we'll do them afterwards. So let's
what my character
do...
does will affect her journal.
True.
So let's do this. Let's go ahead and knock out the downtime stuff. I'll do that first.
forgot what I said. I'll have to go back to our messages. I don't think I did much.
Let's see. The only people I didn't get messages from were Aaron and Kayla.
I told you what I
And
did.
me. Well,
What
you
did
know
you
one
do?
thing that I wanted to do.
Yes. So I'm just going to go down the list from what people sent me in the DMs, and then if we need to add something, we can. I know what Nash is doing. That one doesn't need to be discussed. Do throw.
Ominous.
Trying to take on a position within the guild as the head cleric of Valkyr. So you're going to need to speak with Hope. And that is going to require. So, one, you guys have. Well, I guess for that, we need to get you guys back over to the D-bag before you can actually do that.
It feels like we've been asleep for 1,000 years.
All right. You guys have been chilling in a monastery for a month.
I fucking wish I was asleep for 1,000 years.
Let's see. Zelda, yours. We can work that out. Let's see. Let me pull the map up.
Where does one need to go to get a griffin?
One.
Griffin store, obviously.
The Griffin store, Griffin Depot?
Yeah. Griffins.
Now, Zelda, are you going to use your money responsibly? I'm not going to give you your stash unless you're going to use it responsibly.
I am going to purchase something that I think will greatly benefit the entire team.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
Ooh, shopping. Can I come?
But trust me, Sneak, you're going to love it.
One of the monks that you had kind of talked to comes in, and just kind of like in your ear, and basically just tells you that there's someone here that you should talk to.
Package has been delivered.
And then like motions for you to follow him outside.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? Are we in Dustbear? Can you remind me where we're at?
Yes, Duskbear.
Okay, just making sure.
So everybody is currently here.
How many bears are surrounding the city?
Also-
Dust
Oh,
bears and
several.
how many bears in
It
Dust
is
Bear?
literally they're just the pets. Everyone has a dust bear.
Everybody's got a dust
team,
bear.
You get a dust bear cup.
It's a bear from the Feywild, a dusk bear.
Something like that.
Hold on, I need to write that down.
Just to be clear,
I was gonna say.
Are you perfecting your
Shadow
tight
Bell,
10
but
for the stage? What are you doing?
Yes.
just to be clear, this is before me and Sarge reunited with
This is
everyone,
the
right?
downtime in between.
Yes.
Yeah,
So this
so
would
you're
be
out and about.
this would be just before you guys get back. So Ian, you are led kind of across town, outside the city walls, and you come across you get led over to this caravan, and there are all sorts of like covered wagons and cages and things like that. And give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm gonna answer this.
Damn it, Bob. Well, I think while he's doing this phone call, I suppose, since for all the new viewers watching this on YouTube, we should probably explain who our characters are.
Ooh.
Sans Rep and Sarge, because we already know who they are.
Oh,
I mean, you guys can introduce yourselves anyway, but
yeah.
just to make you not feel left out,
Good.
I guess we'll start.
I'm not gonna do it though.
With you?
So, who wants to start, Crystal or Kayla? Because we'll just go down the line.
Kayla.
What are we doing?
We're
Kayla.
introducing our characters for the stream.
Ah.
All right.
This is potentially the first time people have seen the A team.
It's fair.
All right. I'm playing Sneak, which is an acronym for her full name. She is a gnome rogue, arcane trickster who has recently taken some levels into warlock. Shh, nobody knows. She is adorable. All she wants to do in life is learn magic and make sure her friends don't die.
Cool.
Hurry. Let me go into rep. Or are we jumping?
We're going down the line. So,
Oh.
prep.
I am playing Nash of the Growling Wolf. He is a totem warrior barbarian with 1 level of warlock.
Hey.
All right, Grace.
I play Grace, a tiefling divine soul sorcerer, who recently was reunited with her sister. So there's going to be some fucking feelings.
All right, and Zelda.
I am playing Zelda von Lindenberg. And when I was rehearsing this in my head, because that's the kind of person I am, I almost was going to Ranger monk as if German is a race.
Yes,
and not a nationality.
Nope, it's actually a race. Not many people know about
It's the
that.
super race, didn't you know? Wait.
Wow.
Is a human ranger who has recently taken 3 levels in the monk because I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I thought it would be interesting. And now here I am.
What's
We
unique
were
about Zelda?
on Whippets.
Huh? Oh, she's blind. But it's okay because she's got a badass headband that lets her see.
She's also German, by the way. Did you know
She's
that?
also German.
Also, her character art is kind of familiar in certain realms.
It's nothing.
Shh, no.
They can't see it. It's too
No one
small.
knows.
It's been replaced by my not so gorgeous face.
There's
Oh
no
my
near
god,
here.
Becky,
Just-
you look fabulous.
Oh my god.
Oh
Becky
my.
Phil.
Becky Phil.
All right. Anyway, Sarge.
I am
Can I
playing.
go Valley Girl for a second? Oh my
I
god.
am-
Dean.
I am playing Sarge, the Kobold Ranger / Rogue. I have been hunting this big green lug throughout the goddamn sunny day because he decided to leave. Because he decided to leave me chained up with a psychopathic dwarf wizard.
You're welcome.
All right.
I am still salty.
All right. Do you throw?
Hello, it is I, the Great Duthro, champion of the Great Valkyrie. As you can tell, I am a cleric of Valkyrie, and just a cleric. I have no other unique properties about me, for I only wish to talk to you about Valkyrie, and not steal your wallet. I wouldn't do that.
I will be back.
I will be back.
I don't know if he
favorite
actually
part-
had to get up and walk away or.
My favorite part is that it cuts out every time he gets the last part of Valkyrie's.
Yeah, I don't
I'm a
know what
cleric
that's
of
all
Val.
about.
I am a cleric.
That's what I call Valkyrie. Val. We're that close. We're that tight.
It's our buddy name.
It's like we contact each other constantly. This is what Hope needs to understand. I am so close to Valkyrie that we have pet names for each
Do you talk with your god to the point where you have a pet name for them? Yeah, didn't fucking think so.
Right.
other. So back off and give me the position I want and deserve.
Why are you disrespecting?
I'm afraid to ask this, especially because you have to make it up. But what is Valkyrie's pet name for you?
Doo-doo.
Oh.
That's just mean. That's a mean god.
That's a
He
mean
calls-
girl, sorry.
He mostly calls me champion a lot of the time, or champ if he's feeling up to it.
Way to go,
Is he
sport.
like your son? I mean, are you his son?
All right.
You know, I like to believe that Valkyrie thinks of me as a son. As a follower of Valkyrie, I really do my best to be a good child of my god.
Kiss ass.
Hey, Duthro, you up for picking locks later?
What? Sneak? No. I wouldn't do that at all. I wouldn't do that at all. And then he gives sneak like a thumbs up behind his back.
It's like he's
I'd like-
covering
and
the
for-
person's eyes. He's trying to see.
And for the viewers, if you cannot,
No.
and for the viewers, if you cannot guess, Duthro is a cleric rogue, multi-class.
I was gonna
forgot what
say
type of
I'd like the
cleric domain
viewers
is he?
to roll insight.
All right. Well, moving on to Mercy, who for some reason put a no in front of her name.
No,
mercy. I don't know why I did that.
Is that what she says, or is that what people say to her? No mercy. No.
Mercy, no, stop. Mercy! No!
Bad
Down,
man.
tiefling.
Stop!
Stop!
There's the last popsicle.
Look through the eyes. Slowly takes a bite.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Oh, did we
Bites.
totally pass by Grace?
No.
No, I was just very short.
It's
Oh.
very short.
Do Grace's accent again for me.
I can't just do it on. No, I can do it on command. That's fine. Grace is an acolyte of the god Savras, who is the god of divination and fate. She is his chosen, I guess, or at least she would like to think so.
I forgot the anxiety of actually trying to do an accent.
You don't have to.
I want to. My name is Mercy. I am Grace's sister. Long lost sister, for some reason, found each other in the middle of a cave. And I'm a punk ass, metal ass bard. That Mike can do like some weird holy shit, but that's just because,
When you
I'm
did that
Grace's
accent,
sister.
I could hear you costume change to a lederhosen.
Shut the fuck up. I hate you. Thank you, Reb. You're the only nice one.
I liked it. It was
I was
precious.
gonna say it's good. It
There are
reminds me
precious
of the character that you played in
Yes, you talking
hot-
about Persephone, the one that I only got to play once. Yes,
Mhm.
my other tiefling. My other sweet baby child.
I miss my Devil May Cry character.
No, we didn't get to do those together. We had to do a different sibling pair.
Anyway,
Yeah,
All
dinner time.
right.
right.
Sorry.
So,
Back to the tents. In the
Let's
carnival
see.
Or whatever.
yes. So, Zelda is led into this caravan, and there are all sorts of like covered wagons and cages, and you hear like the roaring of various animals, like the chirping of exotic birds, and a dwarf walks up to you and kind of greets you and the monk. Oh, it's good to see you. Is this the one? And he kind of looks over at you. Well,
I didn't practice my German.
is this the one you said you was bringing to me?
Yes, I am the one.
You are the one.
Yes.
Good. All right. So I think I've got just the thing for you. Give me just a moment. Follow me this way. And
I
he
followed
leads
the
you.
dwarf.
He kind of leads you through the caravan, and like as you're walking by, like occasionally, like a large paw will like swipe out through some bars at you. And like you see like this really long necked giraffe just like lean down and like try to like take your hat. And you just like the dwarf is just like, oh, get him out of here! We're trying to sell this man, this woman, whatever they are. All humans look the same to me. Anyway, right this way, and he leads you to a large covered wagon, and it's like rocking and shaking, and you hear people like screaming on the inside.
Yes, the more bloodthirsty, the better.
All right, it's right in here. She's a good one, she is. A bit temperamental, but behaved enough. And, all right, boys, reveal it. And the cover drops from the wagon, and this large, magnificent griffin is like just throwing people out of the wagon. And you see her chained. She's got like this nice collar, like chained to the wagon. All right, let her go. Wait, no, not yet. Hold on.
What? Unlocks.
There's a matter of payment.
How much?
Well, you see, for the griffin itself, that's going to be 1,000, and then for the transportation, that's going to be another 500, and then let's see, the food and the upkeep and the grooming, that'd be maybe another 1,000. So we're looking at about 2,500 gold.
So she doesn't say it out loud for fear of him raising the price. But she thinks to herself,
I don't know, Zelda.
only
I don't know
that
if we
much.
have that much.
Oh, I've got that much.
I know you.
I hand him that much in platinum.
Very good. All right. So, do you know how to ride one of these? Have you ever had a griffin before?
Well, she has proficiency in animal handling.
And she's semi-tamed a dragon before.
So kind of.
All right.
She will say that she has ridden plenty of horses.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same as riding a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you have tech for her?
Oh, assuming I was given the opportunity to, I would have bought the exotic saddle required and also special barded armor.
Okay.
Sized for a griffin, which is expensive, but
okay. So
I wanted. Oh, actually, I could get plate. I was expecting griffin to be more, so I stepped down from plate to I think splint.
Okay.
But I think now I can afford plate. Hold on, I need to run the math again because barded plate is expensive as fuck. It's like, jeez, it's a lot. But she definitely has the saddle.
Okay.
So she has all the stuff that she needs to actually like ride it. Let's see.
Test. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I just
Sounds like
switched.
you're whispering in my
mics.
ear.
Hey, Crystal. How you doing?
Jesus.
You got a really good mic there.
Thanks.
Okay, I can. It's a lot of my money, but I can do it. It's the base value times 4. So 1,500 gold pieces times 4 is 6,000.
All right.
Oof.
She would have had that since in the monastery.
Okay. It's gonna be with them.
Oh, well then, never mind.
All right.
Yeah, she's got everything she needs.
So we've got all of that then. Are you sure you don't need any help taming the beast or learning how to ride it?
How much does that cost me?
Oh, not too much, you see. Since you're a first-time customer and you come highly recommended, I say we could probably do it for maybe 2 gold a day. Take us maybe what do you say? Maybe a 3-week course. That sounds about right. Yep. Take us about a month to run through the whole thing, So, what's that? 2 gold a day, 60 gold pieces.
Extra 6 platinum on top.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll leave you with my nephew. He's the best griffin tamer I know. Apart from me, of course, but I can't stay because I got other things to sell to people. But he'll stay with you. Make sure you're all learned and whatnot. And You'll be riding like a pro in no time. Is there anything else? I've got a whole bunch of other creatures if you're in the market for more. You got friends, don't you? Maybe they need something.
I don't know if I can afford anything for them. This is going to run me a lot.
We might be able to work something out. I don't know if.
What else do you have?
Oh, I've got pretty much everything. Let's see. Let me pull out my notebook here. It's
Do you
got
have any dire wolves?
dire wolves. Oh, sure. I've got a few dire wolves laying around somewhere.
Because I have this friend, you see.
Uh-huh.
He's been traveling to his homeland in the desert, and these tribes are all like about wolves and such. So I
Oh,
figured,
yeah.
you know.
Well, they probably love dire wolves then. Yeah, you should definitely buy him one.
How much is a dire wolf?
Oh, a dire wolf. Well, let's see. He's not quite as fancy as a griffin, so let's go, I'd say 500 gold for the dire wolf. Plus expenses, of course. And any tack if he plans on riding the thing.
Reb, your character knows how to ride, correct? Ride animals, ride horses, ride anything. Reb,
Ride the lightning.
let me get back to you on that.
All right, I'll be here for a couple of days. I got a couple of other people to see. So just come back and see me with your friends, and we'll make sure everyone's got what they need. All right?
I said ride the lightning, but yes, basically.
I forgot. Is that cocaine or is that moonshine?
Moonshine.
I was talking about a Metallica song.
Yeah,
Ian,
that's
do
talking
you
about
have
moonshine.
Your own money in your thing now?
It's still in the bag of holding.
Yes.
I took it. Presumably, I took it out of the stash.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
figure out the changes and I will adjust it
Okay.
because I don't have a bag of holding.
No, I am the holder of the party loot.
All right, and so the lessons. So that's going to be daily. So you will do an animal handling check for each day. Let's see, and we need 20 successes.
Ooh,
That's
And
gonna
I
be
believe,
fun.
let me pull up my stuff real quick. Hold on.
Are you doing it for like a 15 is a success, a 20 is or higher, that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll roll a d20 using the appropriate score, but not your proficiency bonus. And on a roll of 15 or higher, you gain 1 success. On a roll of 21 or higher, you gain 2 successes. And on a nat 20, you gain 3 successes.
So animal handling without my proficiency?
Correct.
Oh, but I got my animal handler feat.
Okay.
He's like an expert at handling them animals now.
I mean, even if
Or if I have the animal handler feat, do I really? Probably. Master of techniques needed to train and handle animals.
Yeah.
That's literally what the feat says.
Which means you still need to train them. You're just a master at doing it.
So
does it mean it's not like a horse trainer who just walks up to a horse and the horse is automatically trained?
I understand that, but wouldn't he be able to add his proficiency in animal handling to aid in training?
No, not according to the rules.
You made the rules. That's why we're asking.
No, these were pulled from another DM who does it from he used the DMG, I think.
Ooh.
Um,
Yeah, let's go beat him up.
but
Go beat him up.
but it's also you're supposed to hit 50, and I dropped it to 20. So
Oh yeah.
This is true.
you only need half the amount of successes.
Right, but this is me we're talking about.
That's the thing I'm worried about. Is it?
Well, you have 30 rolls.
But look, yeah, you have like 20 to 30 rolls. They can't all be like Edawolf in Dragon
So
House.
Ian,
so the way that we did
Aaron, shut your mouth.
So the way that we did it in the other game was you just roll 30 d20 without any bonuses, and then what's your
My wisdom is +3.
+3? Okay, so 15. So at 12, 21, 20.
Here, so how many d20 am I rolling?
30.
Okay, so
Back to 20 there.
So 12s are 1 success, 18s are 2 successes, and the nat 20 are 3 successes. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11.
Bing bong.
You just need 20 successes?
18, 19. You got 19.
Yeah.
Wait, how? What is it that makes it 2 successes? Was it?
And
If
18.
it's an 18 or higher.
Okay. I thought it was 20. Is it 21 and up makes it 2 successes, or 20 and up makes it 2 successes?
21 and up is 2 successes, but an 18 plus 3 is 21.
Yeah.
So that takes course over the 30 days of the month. So you'll end the month with 19 out of 20 successes. So you're not going to be terrible.
I'm gonna spend a point of inspiration to reroll one of those ones.
Okay. There you go.
Yee!
The exact number required.
So you now have 20 out of 20 successes. So you gain proficiency in riding the griffin. It is completely under your control. And you two have bonded.
And his name is Carl.
And let me give you a griffin character sheet.
Fucking give like the majestic lion eagle, just the most mundane name imaginable.
My favorite pet names are always the over-the-top proper ones, like Lord Snugglesworth of the Fuzzbutt. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
Mana.
agree with this 100%.
So I went from 1,100 platinum pieces to
Uh-uh.
250 platinum pieces.
Oh no! How will you make ends meet?
I know. I can't believe I can't retire anymore.
You'll have to get rid of your third summer home.
Oh man, I can't believe this.
Not 3 vacations a year. Pooh.
Uh,
Can I have 3 vacations a year? I want 3 vacations.
If you follow,
Can I get one vacation a
I
year?
was going to say, I just want
One
a
thing.
vacation.
Fucking
yeah, I know,
swell.
right?
Look, I aim for the stars, okay?
if you follow the words of Valkyr, then every day would be a vacation for.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
All right, you should have the griffin in your journal, Zelda.
Ooh, nasty. Okay, motherfucking tank. I see you. Wow.
What did you think it was?
Don't ask these questions, Dean.
Shut up,
What is that line from X-Men? Why do you ask questions you already know the answer to? And the answer is, shut up, Dean.
Right?
Sorry, Dean. Where did you put the thing?
It should be in your journal.
What journal? Oh,
Like-
Griffin Mount. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the folder. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Got to change that AC to 18
Damn, son.
because I spent 6,000 gold pieces to get plate armor
That AC is all got the smoke now.
For your friend.
for my friend. I mean, I could save a fuck ton of gold and go like one tier down of heavy armor, but it just doesn't like look as cool, you know.
I am going to say, though, that the plate armor is going to reduce its flight speed to 60 instead of 80.
Whoa.
Because it's a lot heavier than it used to be.
I mean, it's only 2 times the base weight.
I would. What is this? Is it
It's
half
also-
plate or whatever? Like, doesn't it have a strength thing? That's what I would base it off of. Like, you have to have this much strength to be able to not reduce the speed. Because that's what it is for normal people, right?
Yeah.
Right, but this is based on an animal that does not typically wear armor or carry people. And now it's wearing heavy armor, plate armor, and carrying a person. So it's not going to be as fast as it would be if it was just flying an armor.
If I changed the armor type, could I get that flight speed back? Because there's absolutely nowhere in the book that says that barding reduces the speed of anything that it's equipped to. Just like how armor, if you're able to have if you have the strength to wield it, it doesn't reduce your speed.
Yeah.
The Griffin is strong enough to wear plate armor. It has an 18 strength.
Oh, that baby strong.
Yeah. But if I need to, I'll drop it down.
I'm
Save me
just
some money.
saying, has Zelda in plate armor when she was in plate? Did she ever get?
Zelda wore heavy armor.
Yeah. Did she fly around at 80 movement speed while she was wearing?
Whose side are you on?
Hey, go work Valkyrie in the corner.
You know what? You
No
don't get
one wants to listen. Everybody leaves whenever I start talking about Valkyrie.
Does anybody else want a cool animal except for Duthro?
Oh,
I'll take
Hitler
one.
already has a cool animal.
Called a mofo dragon.
I've seen
That's
Critical
right.
Role and I know what happens to pets. And I say no.
That's why all mine are magical and can be resummoned.
In a
You throw
game
the
that I
fifth.
run, somebody got a bird and named it Mai Tai, which is the name of my bird. And I'm like, well, you fucking win. Nothing bad will ever happen to this animal, and I hate you. You win.
I don't need any animals. I have the Dutho Juniors.
I do have fine greater steed, so I'm just gonna like summon myself a Pegasus. I'm
There,
just saying.
there is also the fact that I can pull dire wolves out of my bag of tricks. Though.
I just want to be able to fly like an angel without having to sprout my wings.
I could do half plate, and it gets it to 17 AC.
Pretty
And that's
dope.
medium armor.
that would work. I would allow that.
Cool. I'll just get it enchanted later. Now I just need to rework my money.
Again, math. What is this? 3.5? Fourth
It turns
edition?
out if you switch to half plate, you can keep your third summer.
I can keep my third summer home! Okay, 750 times 4. 3,000, okay.
It's like half, isn't it?
So, just a little bit more than half.
I thought it was 6,000.
Oh, no, yeah. Half exactly.
Because 750 is half of 1500.
Yeah. Cool. I have 5,500 times
Shut
0, 550 platinum.
Shut up. Go to the next person. He's done.
Hold on. I'm actually not, but this is the next thing
Okay.
that I need to do is really easy. I just need a +1 sword.
Oh, yeah.
I just need a basic ass enchantment on my sword.
Okay.
Like, I'm not looking to splurge on it yet. I'm hoping to find something cooler. But right now, I would just like my sword attacks to be magical.
Okay. So with that, I did make a change. I thought I told everybody this, maybe not. But plus whatever weapons and armor do not count as magical.
Oh,
They're
what?
they're just expertly crafted.
So how do you get a magical?
Like a flame tongue, a staff of whatever, a frostbrand.
So you
Like
can't have just like a magical generic plus something?
Correct. You can, it's just not a magical weapon. It doesn't ignore magic resistance.
Yeah.
It'll still give you a +2 to attack and damage, but it's not going to ignore magical resistance.
That's kind of yucky.
That really sucks.
What if
That
they're
really
magical weapons in the fact that they've returned to you?
Well, if they're magical weapons, they're magical weapons. But the way that I'm ruling this is that a plus whatever isn't
So
a
if you had,
magical weapon.
like,
It's
a
just an
weapon
expertly crafted.
Fuck.
If you had a weapon of speed, that's considered magical, though, right?
Right. It's got an enchantment, an actual magical enchantment. That's what I was saying, like Frostbrand, Flame Tongue, Staff of the
Basic
Spiders,
enchantment
whatever.
you could put on a weapon. It's like not super expensive. Ooh.
Like, because those weapons deal magical damage, not just I deal extra damage because I can.
But do you
Well,
have an option
the
to?
whole point of the +1 is that it is that damage is being enhanced through magic.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's not going to be the case anymore.
Is there any way to make that the
Jesus
case? Like, is
Christ.
there any like way to just purchase, like, without having any of the special other effects, just a magical plain weapon? That literally is just magical. It doesn't have to have like flame tongue. It doesn't have to have a cool ability. I'm just trying to see if there's like an affordable option for like.
It's not going to be an affordable option, no. Let's see.
Cool. So the one thing that helps us keep in line with higher challenges is now just like barely feasible anymore. Cool. Got it. That doesn't screw with the game balance. That doesn't screw with the game balances at all.
No offense, man. We do have 7 people. This game is meant for any CR creature is meant for 4 players. Like, we're already destroying everything anyway. Like, Grace is a fucking monster.
And she doesn't have any plus whatever weapons.
And it
Right,
does mean
so
I
what
can
are all
actually.
the martial characters who don't have the
Yeah,
ability to
but,
just
like-
nova an entire 30-foot square of people supposed to do?
Yeah, like you can't really. It's apples and oranges. Is magic v martial?
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what do you mean? Like,
So
you're
buy a
strong?
magic
Like, look at this guy. He can drop a tactical nuke on people. It's like, well,
So-
yeah, but I've got a pistol.
To buy a magic weapon.
The only way I would argue it is that it ends up costing, because like for example, Grace and for Mercy both, we have magic that we did not have to pay for. I'd understand it from a wizard standpoint that has to pay for all their magic and shit, but it's not like we're spending money to be able to do these magical things. Other than your typical guild feats, but that's not anything compared to buying a flame tongue. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I would argue. Is it's putting a handicap on martial classes when martial classes aren't the strongest of the group anyway. Like the only thing that makes them good for is protecting squishes, so squishes can do damage. Which I don't know. It's just kind of iffy.
I mean, one, you guys haven't really come up against much of anything that you've needed it for. And two, you guys are high enough level at this point. One, you've out-leveled the campaign already. Like, this campaign ends at level 7. So you've already out-leveled the campaign. You have 7 people in the party versus the 4 or 5 that it was built for.
For me, it just feels like a random change.
It
I
feels like a
also-
change that is
That's the
done,
only
you
thing,
can
like,
just-
for me.
You can here's how I'll do it in my game. There are +1 or +2, +3 weapons that are considered masterwork weapons, but then there are also just +1, +2, +3 magical weapons. Like, it's not a thing that you need to just have one or the other. You can have both. And so it's like, oh, this is an expertly crafted longsword. It deals an extra +2 damage, and you get a +2 bonus to your attack rolls. But that damage is not magical.
Yep.
And then you have, like, this sword was enchanted by an artificer, a wizard, a sorcerer, whatever, that does the exact same thing as the masterwork longsword, but it's magical.
Okay.
And I will say, like, my
Regardless of
character
the
is-
ruling, sorry, regardless of the ruling, is just, we've been playing with you, Dean, for like 3 years now, something like that. This has never been the rule before, and then suddenly it, that's my thing, is just the consistency. Like, suddenly it changed.
Well, things are changing all the time. Like, as we play, as the parties grow, as we get higher in level, like,
Well, but the rules,
I gotta find other ways
like-
to challenge you guys. Now, if you guys want to do it to where there's both masterwork and magical, I can do that. But the magical is going to be expensive.
That's what I would assume the magical would
Well,
be.
then there's
but I-
no point. If it's going to be super expensive, then there's no point in me just ever getting a +1 weapon that's magical. I might as well just get an enchantment that might be potentially just fucking cheaper because of how it's priced in the magic price, magic item price checker.
I don't know if changing the rules to handicap us is the way to go.
Anyway, if we want to move on to someone else, I'm just gonna have to look through fucking weapons now. Jesus Christ, there's like, and here's the thing with this ruling, Dean. Like, I'm looking through martial magical weapons.
Mhm.
There are 3 things that are listed as uncommon, and one of them, I feel like that's a mistake because it's like any hit is an automatic crit. Which I feel like that might be a bit more powerful than just an uncommon thing. And then 3 rares, and then everything else is very rare or legendary. So if I'm if I'm a martial character, and we're going up against things, magical resistances, and I need to bypass, I don't have a cost-effective means of doing that. I have to
So at what
3 other
point?
adventures just to finance 1 weapon.
So at what point in the 3 years that you guys have been playing with me have I not made you special weapons? At what point have I only given you the option of what's in the DMG? And then priced it specifically according to the DMG?
That's fair.
Like, I get that this is a change and you guys may not be super thrilled on it. But at what point have I ever been just so unfair that I wouldn't let you do something or help you create something?
We just don't like change, Dean. That's all it is.
I get it, but don't come yelling at me and getting all pissed off at me when I decide to try something different instead of just letting us do it and then letting it play out. If it ends up being a fuckfest, then we'll change it. But this is something I've thought about for a while. It's something I've done in other games that works out pretty well.
Okay.
And again, I work with you guys all the time to create special weapons, special items, special clothings, so that you guys can get the effects that you want without being limited to just what's in the DMG. And I've always made it attainable.
Is there some way we can work on my tribal sword having some kind of magical thing because it was just a +3 sword. But if it needs to be a magical thing to be magical, lore-wise, I kind of need it to be magical.
Well, yeah, I had already figured we were going to do that because of Drazgul.
Okay, so it's considered magical, right? I don't need like any special thing attached to it.
It'll be it'll have like one of Drazgul's blessings or whatever attached to it.
Okay.
Like it channels his energy. So, with that in mind, just think of something that you want your sword to be able to do. And we'll figure it out. Like we always do. So, moving on to Mercy.
Oh, me? Okay.
Mercy wanted to learn piano, and then you wanted your enchanted double neck lute.
Yeah, with like a bunch of cool shit that I had messaged you about.
Right.
There was something else I wanted, but it was something that would be way in the character money. It was the armor, like that Dawn off armor saddle thing, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Which, that's just for the Pegasus, but that's something that, you know, just to keep in the back of your mind. That doesn't have to be during downtime.
So with the Pegasus, is that a legit Pegasus, or is it just you summon a spirit that takes on the form of a Pegasus?
Here.
So you take it's the spirit that it takes on the form of the Pegasus. Okay. At that point, I'm going to say that you probably don't need the saddle. As far as like donning it and like all
It
of that.
was more for the armor because I think its AC was. I just wanted to AC a little bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I was just
then-
also thought that we needed a saddle for some reason. I don't say I don't need one though.
Well, if you're adding armor to it, then you would, because every time you resummon it, it's not going to be wearing that armor anymore. It's just going to be whatever the natural form is.
Yeah, that was I was thinking of like whenever it gets, you know, poofed into wherever dimension it goes to, the idea of just any of that gear, it says that even in the thing, it just drops on the ground.
Just drops, yeah.
She can't carry that shit. And that was the reason why I wanted it to be one of those dawn off things, kind of like how Shakira had in
So what are you wanting it to be able to do? I don't understand dawn off.
well, you know how, or excuse me, dawn on, dawn off, like how she had that necklace.
Donning and doffing. Basically,
Donning and
just
doffing.
being able to, as an action, equip a piece of armor.
Right, but what does that have to
She
do with
had
you
it
not
as a
being able to
necklace.
carry it around?
But
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
remember how she was able to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
turn it off so she wouldn't be
Right.
so loud and stuff like that? Kind of like that, but I just put it on it whenever I saw
Got
and
it.
I put it on, and then it drops it off whenever it disappears.
Yeah, we
and I
can
can
make
just hold
something.
It's
But
it's like
that's-
just equipping or unequipping something in an RPG.
Right. It's
Yeah.
basically it's the Black Panther amulet.
Kinda, yeah. It's just that, you know, well, I mean, I don't have to absolutely, and that's super expensive, and something that I'll earn in the future is just something that if you thought it was okay, and the main thing was the piano for the downtime was her to learn piano or relearn piano, however you want to view it as, and get a solid ground on finding this ultimate loot that she wants.
All right.
The artificer or wizard or whatever that could help her create this masterpiece.
Okay.
Which I gave you kind of a few ideas of what she wanted on the
Right.
loot.
Okay, so as far as the piano goes, it'll be the same concept. You've got 30 days, so we'll do 30d20. It'll be your performance
Without the proficiency or with the
without
Okay.
the proficiency.
All right. That's a 4.
So it's plus 4, so that would be 11. 17. 20. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So we got 2.
So it's a 11 through 16 is 1.
Yeah, so you got 23 successes. Yeah, it'd be 11, 17, and 20.
Now, did I need to do 50 successes or did I need to do 20 successes to get it? I mean, she's proficient in multiple instruments already. She's proficient in performance. She has the ability to, whenever we get to the guys to out an instrument for another. I just feel like it's one of those things that more needed refreshing on than actually having to learn from scrap. Like she understands magical or musical theory and everything. But I'm also okay with whatever you want to do.
We'll call it 25.
Okay.
Since she's learning a new instrument, but she does have musical knowledge from other instruments, which does help in learning a new instrument. So we'll cut it in half. So she's at 23 out of 25. If you want to make a resource on your
yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Character sheet, because this is something you can do during your normal downtime. During an 8-hour rest, you have 2 hours of just free time to work on something. So you can sit there and like go through chord charts or like practice fingerings, things like that during those 2 hours. And then we can just make a check at that time.
Okay. And other than that was just, like I said, just trying to spend time with Grace, get to know her new friends, because who are these strangers?
Yes, who are these weirdos?
That she's been spending her time with.
Okay.
Do I need to do a background check on any of these fuckers?
I mean, regardless.
Fucking magic polygraph test.
All these people are thieves and ninjas and who knows what else? Barbarians.
Who's the thief? Nobody's a thief.
I was gonna say,
here.
where do you see the ninjas? But I'm gonna stop that stupid question right there.
I'm wizarding you.
These clerics pretending to be clerics, but they're actually also thieves.
All right. So what is Sneak doing?
She's finding books.
Did you say writing books or finding books?
Finding books.
Got it.
I'm assuming she's found the book that let her tap into some warlock shit. And then also she's studying up on contract law.
Okay. Well, the warlock shit comes from her dagger. Not from a book.
Okay, that's gonna make it difficult next level up when I take Packet of the Tome.
Okay. There's a whole reason that I gave you the dagger with the eyes in
And
it.
I told you when you did that my plan was Pact of the Tome.
I do remember us talking about this, like as a group chat.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Because I was thinking that might have been a different mystery altogether.
It can still be the dagger.
Yeah, the
For the
dagger's basically-
description, the description of the pack of its home, don't add spells to it or anything like that. It just has some spells already in it. So those spells will just be inscribed on the dagger.
But there's an invocation that basically gives you the ritual caster feat, where you can like add ritual spells into your Tome of Shadows. So how do you do that with a dagger?
Just add them into the dagger.
Aaron Discord.
Yes, but how?
Magic.
I mean, it's D&D, guys. Like,
Actually,
How
actually, never mind. I think I like. What if like you get like a scroll or a spell book, and you take your dagger and you just stab it through the page, and like the ink gets absorbed into the blade. Like it runs
That's
up
really
the blade,
fucking metal.
It runs up the blade and then into like the eye thing.
Oh, and
All
then
I'm gonna
The eye
say,
starts screaming at you or something.
all I'm gonna say is, if it happens, then she literally has to do it every single time. It's a blank book, but when she's in combat, she opens it up and stabs the dagger, and it just feels all the.
Okay. I just didn't know it was the daggers because I had the daggers before I even took any warlock levels. So
right,
I
but that was the
assumed-
idea. You told me long before you took levels.
Yeah, that I was going
and
to.
then I introduced the dagger as this is like how your patron gets a hold of you.
Okay. I was just envisioning something different because I figured they were at the monastery. She might have found some book and holy shit, there's stuff I can do
Yeah, but
now.
this was all established long before the monastery was even a thing.
Like I said,
Like before
I
you
thought,
guys decided to switch characters and all of that.
I thought that the dagger situation was a different thing because it is what it is.
But yeah, you can just absorb the spells into your dagger.
if Savras is her patron, I have so many questions, and they're all awesome.
It's not going to be Savras directly, but
Interesting.
all right. Let's see. Anything else for Sneak?
Kayla, if you answered, it didn't quite come through.
I'm good.
All right. What about Sarge? You got 20 days? Isn't that what we said for Sarge and Nash?
I mean, essentially, Sarge's primary goal is, one, fully catch up with Nash. Eventually, meet back up and say, "You fucking dick," and then basically try to get himself in some way established within the guild, if it's even possible. He is willing to go full Jawa if required.
So where are we meeting them? Or we're meeting them at D-Bag, or we meet them at Duskbear?
Duskbear. Duskbear
Okay.
was the last place that Nash was with the party whenever he left.
Yeah. Well, I have the cloak, so
Yeah.
cloak communication, so I'll be able to, wherever they are is where we'll go. But in that case, I think we calculated 20 days off of going to D-Bag. So anyway, it doesn't matter how long it took.
Yeah, regardless of that, if that's the case, essentially, he doesn't really have many other plans aside from just get acquainted with the people who are going to help him drop those giant fucking lizards out of the sky.
So he does eventually make himself known to Nash, right?
Eventually, but probably not till like we're within like eyesight distance of the town.
All right. Well, let's get that straightened out then.
Yeah, because he can't really.
So how does he reveal himself to Nash?
Like honestly, since he's probably just been stalking him the entire trip, he'll just eventually just pop out over like a rock or something like that and say, "Okay, well, this is about the longest I can go without actually interacting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need help getting in that town."
Oh, he just says that out of nowhere?
Yeah, literally just casually, like, of course he was stalking me the whole time.
I wanted a hellish rebuke, but I have to have been damaged. I turn around and almost throw a javelin. And I like stop like at the last second, like right at release.
Just
What in the world will sneak up on me? Hey, you still there?
You scared him. Scared him to death.
Bo comes up. Hello.
Hey, I hear you.
Okay, good. All right, so yeah, basically replying to "Don't sneak up on me." Sarge just says, "Don't throw shit."
How did you catch up with me? What are you?
Same way I did last time.
I want to look around see if there's anyone else. Who else is following me? Come out!
Just me. Or at least he just looks around. I'm pretty sure just me.
Say, how do you know that?
Usually, people who are good at stalking people know when they're being stalked and or their same target's being stalked. Kind of like it's like an unspoken agreement most stalkers have.
Have you been following me the whole time?
Yes.
Why?
Well, most of the time. About the time I realized you fucking abandoned me.
How can I abandon you? I wasn't with you to begin with.
I told you exactly what my goal was. And you're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll show you to my friends who are also trying to kill this dragon cult," and they just fucking left.
I didn't agree to anything.
Yeah, actually, it kind of. Like, in fact, my remembrance of the event was, "Hey, I would like to meet these people who were with you when you destroyed an entire outpost of a draconic cult." And you're like, "Oh yeah, no, I can show you those people," and then disappeared like a fading memory.
I mean, they helped. It was really mostly me.
Yeah, I mean that's all well and good, but you were also a very important part of that equation that also fucked off. There was no winning in that part for me.
I don't remember that conversation.
I'm sure you don't. Let's just keep moving towards the town, and also probably just take you act as cover for whatever attacks may come my way, because just hand motions like around like the draconic snout.
Okay, but before I agree to bring a lizard person into a town of people that hate lizards,
Dragon, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. How much do you remember of the us fighting the devil thing?
I strategically placed myself into the darkness, and by the time I popped out to attack, the whole thing had apparently been resolved.
So nothing. You remember nothing. He leans in.
I remember about as I remember about as much as will
Nothing.
get me in that town. If nothing will
don't
get
tell
me in
anybody.
that, okay? If remembering nothing gets me in that town, I have no idea who you even are, except for the fact that you're getting me to your friends, or you die. I am not going with a third chance.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you did help me with all that, so you're fine.
Yeah.
You didn't have to like sneak. You didn't have to like follow me. You could have just been like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah. Last time I made myself known, you fucked off. So at the very least, I was keeping tabs on you the whole time without you knowing. It's really easy to do that when you...
I don't think any of that happened. I think you have selective memory.
No. Pretty sure that's you. Also, by the way, screw you for making me trudge across that entire sunny fucking desert, by the way. Can we find a tree to continue this conversation?
So we're like right by the town, right? So
Yeah, if you're near the
Okay.
town, it's all like
Or
grasslands.
that works as well. My eyes are killing me.
all right, there was that.
All right.
Sorry, just staying in Nash's shadow.
What's the climate on around Dust Bear?
It is like moderate. So the Klenmore itself is kind of like Britain. So like you get up north, it gets super cold. You go down south, it gets warmish, but not like southern U.S. hot.
And then there's Kalashar Desert.
Right, and then there's the desert.
Yeah, honestly, the heat isn't what's keeping Sarge in the shadow. It's the fact that the sun burns holes in his eyes that's keeping him in the shadow.
Well, he should get new eyes, obviously.
Look, I'm hoping they've invented sunglasses by this point.
I feel like somebody somewhere in D&D has.
I have looked it up. Like, as far as like actual medieval history, I have looked it up several times. I still cannot find a date of when sunglasses were made.
I don't remember how that cloth was that white-haired chick was wearing, because apparently she could see just fine despite the blockage of her ocular area.
Well, Ian,
What?
the terrain document that you gave us in the desert portion, it talks about putting a cloth over your eyes to deal with glare, but then also mentions like something shades or shade something.
Ooh, I'll have to look at it.
So I think maybe somebody has in D&D created this. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or it's based on something real. I don't know.
Either way, fuck the sun. I don't want to deal with it anymore. We do not have a very good working relationship.
So where's everyone staying? It does bear it.
In the monastery.
thing?
Yeah.
So when Nash like returned, like a hero has returned.
By the time we've actually reached the gates, Sarge is probably just covered in just cloths. It's, like I said, full Java disguise.
You arrive on like the last day, right?
No, they're arriving. There's like maybe a 10-day left in the month. So it's like
So
the last
I
10
imagine
days.
It's like the entrance lobby of the monastery. I
Like you're in
said a hero has returned.
I was gonna say, like, you enter the courtyard of the monastery, and then like a griffin lands in the in the courtyard, and you just see Zelda on top of it.
Just rapid fire draconic cursing as he just fumbling for his bow underneath the cloth. Shit, what the fuck, motherfucker!
Yeah, I feel like Nash probably has like he's pulling the sword out
What kind of society do people have over here?
until he realizes that Zelda's on there. All right, this was supposed to be my big return, and you showed up with a giant bird thing.
Did I hear Nash? I thought I heard Nash yelling.
Yes, your hero has returned, Grace.
Yay! And she runs over and hugs him.
Nice recovery. Big
Zelda
guy.
hops off the griffin and hugs him too.
Duthor comes out, and he's wearing these long robes
Nash
Um,
runs up and hugs Doothrow.
And okay, when you hug him, you notice he's still wearing his armor. He just has long ropes on him. It's like, oh,
I
okay,
feel like that
it's
doesn't
not.
bother me.
That's yes, my son. It is good that you have returned.
It's the sound of a tongue crinkling as he just bear hugs him.
Nash, who is your tiny, terrifying friend?
Oh, I
Yeah.
totally forgot. Yeah, that's what was your name again?
Just long glare at Reb, and just slowly turns head back towards Grace. You can call me Grace. Just call me kindred spirit in your hatred of the giant flying lizards.
Wonderful. Small kindred spirit of the giant flying lizards, which are technically called dragons.
I know, but apparently
which
people
I
don't take
am
offense to that
which
wording.
I am one. As you can tell from my flowing robes, I am also a follower of the Great Valkyr. Would you like to hear about the Great Valkyr? I can teach you a lot, small one, covered in a lot of clothing.
I'm not gonna lie, my level of interest is quite minuscule.
At this point, Nash has left and is going into the monastery, probably in the direction of the library, hollering, "Sneak!
Next time,
Sneak!"
a hunter's marking his ass.
Before we get rolling too far into this, I haven't done my downtime yet.
Right.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I think he just wanted us to be.
I was just trying to
Introduced
get
to the
everybody back in, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah, we're still like 10 days left of the downtime.
Cool. I just want to be like, we were getting into role playing, and I'm like, okay.
So what is Zelda wanting to do? So, not Zelda, Grace. I know you said researching the Klenmore. And part of that is going to be talking to Doothrow. So with that, let me actually pull up... Where is what you sent me? There you are. So Doothrow. Let's see. So Grace is trying to figure out, research the Northern Klenmore.
Yep.
And we're looking for history, geography, flora, fauna, religion.
Yeah, because I think very little is known about it.
Right.
Because ships can't go back and forth.
So Doothrow, you would know from a religious standpoint that everybody worships shit. What's her name?
Talking about the evil, the big bad.
Tiamat?
Tiamat, there we are. I kept wanting to say Lolth. I was like, that's not right.
Ah, yes, Lolth, god of spider dragons.
Oh my
That's
god.
no.
Well, that's a
Tito.
thing now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot of spider dragons over on the other island. They're menace. We have to kill them every once in a while. Sometimes they'll kill us. It's just back and
I can see why you left. That sounds awful.
But yeah, so the primary religion is based solely around Tiamat. The Northern Klenmore consists pretty much only of draconic tribes. There are some humanoids, but they exist solely as slaves. Dragonborn exist as... Basically, the way the hierarchy goes is you've got Tiamat, and then she has the ancient chromatic dragons that are like her whatever. And there's only one chromatic dragon for each color, or ancient dragon for each color. And then under them, they have two adult dragons that act as a sort of chieftain and chieftainess of that chromatic tribe. And then they have their young dragons and whatever that kind of run around. But then the Dragonborn are kind of like the half dragons. The Dragonborn are the humanoid draconic figures who kind of run the bulk of the population. And then you've got kobolds who are just like slave workers. They exist solely to do labor and tasks for their masters. And then, like I said, the occasional humanoid might be mixed in there. Someone that got stranded or ventured into the fog and got captured, that kind of thing. So as far as like culture and religion and that kind of thing, everything's based around Tiamat, around dragons being the supreme rulers. They have great civilizations, like these great like buildings and structures and monuments erected in like in honor of Tiamat and the various ancient chromatic dragons that rule that area. And let's see. They, as far as anyone knew, the fog worked both ways. People couldn't go into the fog. People like nothing's ever come from the fog. So whatever it is seems to be keeping the dragons on the Northern Isle until now. Which Duthro would have no reason to know why now they suddenly.
And Duthro was a sailor who got what, like washed up on the Southern Island? I'm trying to remember.
I was found. Duthro was found by a group of sailors. Yes.
Okay.
He wasn't washed up. They
Yeah.
just found.
Only
him.
say what Duthro's told her.
I mean,
Yeah, that's.
I think he's probably given me his story, but you know,
Yeah.
Miles and I started playing like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And I've
saying.
probably forgotten it, honestly.
Duthro pretty much. Yeah, he'll mention like. He's called himself a dragon a lot. He doesn't refer to like his people very much as dragons.
Yeah. For sure. No, when we first met, he was like, I'm a dragon. Grace was like, okay. Sounds good.
I believe.
As far as like geography, fauna, that type of thing, it's very much the same as the Southern Isle. It's a little more. There's a little bit more Arctic environment on the Northern Isle, but it still has like its southern portions that are less Arctic. Ultimately, the Southern Isle and the Northern Isle used to be one large continent before some great cataclysm caused the island or caused the continent to split in half, which is ultimately what resulted in the Northern Isle being enshrouded in the mystical fog. There's a lot of speculation as to what happened, as to why the continent was split in half. There are a lot of like legends and myths surrounding some sort of divine war that ended up splitting the continent in half and banishing dragons from the Southern Isle. But no one was alive at the time, or no one who was alive at the time survived the time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's not good records of any of this.
Right.
A lot of hearsay.
Right. It's mostly like my grandfather's grandfather's grandfather told him about this thing that happened.
Yeah, Human Life was right in the middle of a reboot at the time, so canon gets a little wonky.
Let's see. What else did you ask for? Yeah, I mean geography and flora. The animals are about the same. The plants are the same. You got the same wildflowers. There are some mountain ranges. The area that Duthro comes from was more Arctic. Because he was a white dragon. Was his ancestor or whatever, his leader. So they were in more of an Arctic climate. So most of what Duthro knows is based on the Arctic portions of the Northern Isle. He probably didn't do much traveling into the other regions. He would know of them, but probably has never actually seen them.
Yeah. We would just pillage those around us.
And it
Anybody got
is
near us?
it is a very Viking-esque culture. So they are at peace with each other essentially, but they are also warring with each other, if that makes sense. So they pillage, they raid each other's villages, they da 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 da. But it's an ongoing kind of, we're not going to outright attack you, but your village is close to our village, so
They're skirmishing all the time.
right. There's border skirmishes a lot of border skirmishes.
All right. Thank you for the lore drop.
Mhm.
I imagine you've been sitting on a lot of that for a very long time. And then pretty much the only other thing other than hanging out with Mercy is Grace once or twice meditates to kind of try to get recentered with Savras, but is feeling weird about it. She used to meditate every single morning, and she's not doing that anymore. And she used to only wear the robes of her order, and now she wears just like purple gray clothes. So she's kind of changing her whole thing.
Okay. I like it. All right. Was there anything else anybody wanted to touch base on or do?
Kayla asked a question in the Roll20 chat.
Oh.
Essentially spend 30 days in a library.
Okay. Let's see. So, contract law and magical knowledge. Those are very broad topics. What are you wanting to know? Like, what are you trying to learn? Mostly because Dean's not a lawyer, so I don't actually know
Neither
anything
am I.
about contract law.
I feel like it's like what makes a contract binding? How does one make one? How does one work around one? How does one
Loopholes.
break
101.
one?
Loopholes.
RA for dummies.
Say there's a contract that we all signed where it says you do this job or you die. What are the loopholes?
Yeah.
So, I may be able to help a little bit on this. But are you talking like contract law as far as like fiends go? Because I know more about that than I know about actual contract law.
Naturally.
For sure.
I mean, if nothing comes up because it's a fucking monk monastery and they probably don't have lawyer books or books on law.
I mean, we can find something.
Fine. And then, honestly, anything. She's always motivated to find any magic whatsoever, so she's scouring the books for any magical knowledge she can get her hands on.
Okay. Is she looking for spells or just like general knowledge about how magic works?
Well, looking for spells is going to be fucking useless, but she'd be looking for spells. She can't use them, but, you know.
Okay.
It's Sneak. She's trying to be a wizard.
Let's see. So she can find... Let's do this. We can do intelligence. And then... So let's do that. So 30d20, we're using your intelligence modifier. What is your intelligence modifier?
+3.
+3. Okay. So that's...
Grumpy hush.
That's the 12, 18, and 20, right? 19, 20, 21. Yeah. So 12, 18, and 20. Nice. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that right?
It's 12 and 18, right?
12, 18, and 20,
Okay.
yeah. Did I miscount that? I got 16. Four, 6.
17.
17, okay. Okay. Let me find this real quick.
Also, any self-help books on how to deal with dying.
Hmm.
Or lack thereof.
Dead friends and you.
How to win friends and not die while influencing people. I have questions about necromancy magic at some point that have to come up, but we'll get there.
Okay. You find a dusty old book. A very large, dusty old book. It's very thick, leather bound, and appears to be shrouded in some sort of like magical shadow as dark wisps constantly emanate from its covers,
Okay.
flicking around like some sort of necromantic fire. There are 6 of these tomes. There's, at least as best you can tell, the current volume, you have volume 2 out of 6.
Oh, so there's 6 in existence. There's just
Correct.
2 here. Okay.
Correct.
I steal it.
All right. Give me 1 second.
I have stuffed it into my bag of holding.
All right. When you stop to kind of like open the book up and take a look, the first several pages are filled with indecipherable scratchings. followed by dozens of pages written in an arcane language that you do not appear to understand.
Cool. I put on my helmet of comprehend languages.
All right. It appears to be a combination of various languages from an ancient tongue. You can make out some of it, but not all of it. The remaining pages of the book are blank and pristine.
It's gonna take time to crack, guys. I'm stealing this shit.
It seems like it's sort of a cipher. And you can make out some of it, but not all of it. And you feel like with enough time and study, you could probably crack it and decode the whatever is written.
So do I have 17 successes in decoding this shit?
Yeah, we'll say you've got 17 toward the decoding. And that'll be out of the normal 50.
50, yes. I assume so. Decode Dark Book.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm reading. Okay. All right. All right. So we're at 17 successes there. All right, and then like I said, just the same thing with like I said with crystals. So the way that the downtime apparently works with long rests is when you take a long rest, it's 8 hours, but only 6 of that has to be spent actually resting. The other 2 hours you can spend, studying, reading, practicing something, whatever. And so we can do another D20 during those moments.
But there's a warlock invocation somewhere that lets you not have to sleep.
There's that too.
I'm not there yet.
I know the secret.
And I don't know if I'm
Eldritch
taking that
coffee.
one. Also,
Eldritch coffee.
I don't know where in the first 20 days, because I'm assuming we're gonna be Nash is showing up. That I've unlocked my Eldritch evocations. Because once I discover, I can detect magic, Sneak's going around the fucking place detecting magic everywhere.
Got it. So let's go ahead and resolve the warlocks. All of my warlocks.
Too many warlocks.
All right.
Nash,
2 warlocks,
Nash
2
doesn't
furious.
wear armor, does he?
Negative. He does
Okay.
not have armor.
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 reasons why I've ditched my armor now.
Twinsies.
It's well, Zelda ditched her armor, and Nash doesn't wear any, so I feel like I don't need any either.
All right. So let's see. All right. So my warlocks. I've got Nash. I've got Sneak. And then I've got Grace. Right.
No warlock levels.
That's right, Grace
she's
is
just got the
sorcerer.
cloak and stuff.
Pure sorcerer.
That's right. Who else is Mercy?
She's-
Eventually, next
eventually.
level maybe. However
Okay.
you work it out, because remember we were talking about shit for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be next level, but I'm okay with it being
I
next level.
have 2 levels in Warlock.
Everything we do is going to be next level, Crystal.
Dean, I wish I could punch you through the webcam next level.
So when we're level 11, you want to punch him through the webcam?
No, I want to give him a next level punch.
Through the webcam.
Plus Ultra!
Yes, I want to give him a plus ultra and hit him in the face.
Jesus.
I feel like that should be like a knockoff energy drink
Plus ultra.
plus ultra
Or next level, either or.
or a next level energy drink.
No, it's plus ultra, and then there's the off, and then there's like the hyper edition. Basically, it's just the same, but with more caffeine and more sugar, called plus ultra next level.
There you go.
My God.
There you go.
Warning: may cause heart attacks.
Do not
Side
drink more
effects
than
may
one a day.
include death.
Do not drink.
Just to be safe, don't drink more than one a week.
Just
All
be safe,
right.
don't drink any.
All right, so we've got. Let's see. Well, Nash has already met his patron, so we're good there. So sneak. Let's see. How
I'm
do we
cool.
wanna do
I'm
that?
cool with if it comes up later, because the way I envisioned it is that she just mysteriously has more and more magic, and she thinks it's all her,
Got it.
and the patron stuff will come later.
I like that.
Trust me, I'm the best fake wizard ever.
Warlocks are good fake wizards, though.
I'm an
Once you get a handful of
it's like
invocations.
I am not a wizard. I am an arcane trickster and a warlock. But this is totally how she's becoming a wizard.
Okay. So that, yeah, so I can resolve Sneak and Mercy later and just kind of mix that in as the game goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all that we needed to do. Let's do this. Zelda
Oh.
and Mercy. Probably not gonna be able to. Yes. um, whoever wins gets their magic weapon.
Oh,
Let's go, bitch. Can I take their money too?
Let's see.
Let's go, bitch.
You're probably not going to find anyone around Duskbear. You'll probably have to wait till you get back to D-Bag and then go into Evan or Blackwall to find somebody that can enchant the weapons like that.
You're talking to both of us?
Yes.
Okay. It's okay. I'm not going to have money until who knows when.
You do need to, at least those of you who belong to the guild, do need to report back to the guild.
To get paid.
Yeah, we need to get paid.
Because, right, you need to turn the contract in and get paid for it. And also so that you're no longer bloodbound to that contract in case anything else pops up in the meantime.
I've heard you guys make a lot of fucking money.
yeah. Actually, that was one thing I was going to ask about. Is it how possible is it to join that guild without getting shot in the head?
I would also like to join this guild because a bitch is broke.
If you become
Very
a
easy for
follower
Mercy.
of-
Maybe not so easy for you, but also most people probably don't know whatever kind of thing you are is bad.
I don't know. He kind
Isn't
of
it-
naturally
isn't it-
makes me want to
isn't it-
stab him.
Haven't we been?
Sarge,
Well, that's because he talked, but like just looking at him.
wasn't
Well,
he
he also
covered in?
reminds me of the cave.
Wasn't he covered in a lot of like
I mean,
cloths?
once
When he
he's
first showed
totally
up,
got-
right,
Yeah,
when he
like-
first showed up, he was covered in
Okay, so now we know what he looks like.
cloaks and
yeah, like he would have showed you guys what he is like somewhere not in the middle of a bunch of people he so far deems to be possibly hostile.
most people
Uh,
probably looked at him and I'm assuming you found a way to tuck your tail into like the coat or something.
Oh yeah, he just wraps it around. He's wrapped
So
around
most
his
people
face.
probably just assumed he was a gnome. Maybe a halfling.
or Gabo. To be honest with
That would not have helped your case at all.
Nope, definitely no. Yep, those things.
Definitely a halfling, for sure.
I'm a goblin. I'm definitely not. Oh wait, never mind.
To be fair, he has no idea. He's probably killed goblins. But that's about it.
Can we do the Nash and Sneak reunion, please?
Oh yes. So let's do like anything that you guys want to role play before heading to the guild. Like, let's go ahead and Like,
Also, are we doing journals, or did we just say, eh?
if you guys have a journal, we can. I don't expect anyone to have one,
Okay.
but if
How
you've
about
got
we
them,
wait until after the break to do journals?
that works.
Cool. You're muted, Reb. I don't know if you're mean to be.
I don't think he's talking to us.
Just making sure. He's looking very intently at his computer.
Yeah, I still don't think he's talking to us.
Can we just like say random shit in his ear? Because he does have one head. Like,
Hey, girl, let me whisper in
use a
your ear.
bitch, motherfucking cunt. Slap a dick, choke a dick, eat it for lunch.
I stopped paying attention for like 5 seconds.
Who left the call?
I think that was Miles.
No, that wasn't you. I just my voice was going in and out, or the voice chat was going in and out, and I was like, well, let me restart to see if that fixes it.
Will you stop, Stell? I hear you, baby. Do you want to be put on the bed?
It actually, it wasn't going in and out. That was just Discord trying to censor Crystal's mouth.
You can never censor this. What are you
Well,
talking
the issue seems to be because it was like that a bitch. There's a bitch. I just heard bitch a lot.
Oh, I said a lot of other words to that.
It's like when network TV tries to like live censor black comedy. It just doesn't. Like you just don't hear half the show. Like
Yep.
Basically, half the entire runtime of Drawn Together is nothing but bleeps.
it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and then
What a good episode!
man, I love that guy.
Are y'all calling me a black comedian?
Maybe. You have a problem with that?
Don't be racist, Crystal.
Yeah, right?
Y'all
God.
the racist
up? You guys
motherfuckers, not me.
They work hard for their living,
what's
okay?
up?
You know, I'm about to whoop both y'all's asses if y'all.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
I was
here
like,
the whole time.
I was like,
Did
can
you
we-
hear me cussing at you and telling you to eat a dick for?
Did it again.
Yes.
There's no wrong answer to that question.
I was saying before we get further into like traveling away from Brownstone, can we have the Nash and Sneak reunion?
I tried to have it like a half an hour ago.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it back because like
Yeah.
everyone's
me.
like
I'm
met
sorry.
Sarge.
Start over to say snake.
I stepped on everyone's fun. I'm sorry.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. So you were going to the library, calling out for Sneak.
Yes.
Okay. You look for the blue hair and you don't find blue hair. But there is
Snake.
a small little gnome with purple hair.
I mean, did she see Nash first? I mean, he's being very loud.
She's sleeping.
In the library?
In the library on a tome.
Snake!
Ah! Shh! Who's yowling?
Jesus, you're a deep sleeper.
Nash! She like jumps at you and hugs you.
He hugs a little harder than he probably should.
Oof. Ooh, watch out, I'm not wearing my armor anymore.
Well, I mean, it's a library. You probably don't need to.
You never know. There's bookworms about.
Book mimics.
Where have you been?
You have no idea the hell that I've been to.
You went to hell?
Worse. Glass door.
That sounds boring.
We were in Glassware for a total like a day.
In other news,
Well, I'm glad you're back. I missed you.
He legitimately starts sobbing. I missed you too. And he just melts. He like falls to his knees, holding her in his big ass arms, and just fucking sobs.
That hits me in the feels. Maybe next time you go away, you could take me with you. Maybe next time I won't be such a mess and would want to come with you.
Sneak, you go with me anytime you want.
I'm sorry I was a bit of a downer.
No, it was I understand.
So, I have this theory that the contract with D-Bag is not fully intact because I haven't kicked a chicken.
I mean, I kicked the fuck out of that chicken.
There's no hope for you. I'm talking about me
Oh,
specifically.
Like, I kicked him twice, Sneak.
I haven't kicked him once. I don't believe in kicking chickens. Small creatures need love.
This was a big chicken.
Well, yeah, and I'm a small creature who needs love.
He starts crying again.
It's been hard without you. Zelda's got this big, huge ass dog, and Mercy won't shut up on those stupid piano. And Grace, I don't know what Grace has been up to. She's been studying with Duthro, who, by the way, thinks he's God.
I saw my sister.
Oh?
Yeah, and my dad.
Yeah. Family is
He
overrated.
was, yeah, overrated.
I mean, unless
Well,
you
I
like
want to
your
go see
family.
everybody again.
Unless you like your family, then, hey! Do they approve of your life choices?
Let's go see everybody else.
You didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
Do they approve of your life choices?
I think they do now.
Well, that's good. I'm pretty sure if I went to visit my family, they'd still be a bunch of assholes.
Well, that's all right. I mean, you got us.
Alright, I need a break from this library. Can I run on your shoulders?
Hell yes.
Ah, yeah. How do you like my new hair?
I like it. He like fluffs it.
It grew out like this. It started it was blue, and then it started getting purple roots, and it just all grew out purple.
What do you think about the goatee?
Ooh.
Rugged, right?
I thought it was dirt for a second.
I mean, there's some of that too. He tries to brush some of it off.
Presidigitate.
It all goes away.
I can't wait to show you all the new magic that I have learned.
I can't wait. I still can't do magic. Well, I can talk with animals, but that's more of like a tribal thing.
Yeah, I can talk to a small beast, but that's a gnomish thing. We head out. Now we're all together. Wait, Who is this little person? Who is this?
What was your name again?
I swear to God.
Did you replace me?
It's our new gnome.
He just followed me.
That's actually quite accurate. I've been stalking him the entire way here up until we reached basically right outside the city gate.
Let me look at you. How tall are you?
I
So
imagine
I
he's about I imagine he's about Sneak's size, I think.
I grab Sarge and I pick him up, so he is at level with her on my shoulders.
Oh no, I get down to.
No. I need this.
Okay.
I need this, Kayla.
Let me.
He's like,
I only-
let me look at him. Pick him up.
I accept this, not because you want me to, but because I like the vantage point.
I like the vantage point.
Why are you
So I was
following?
like, man, is this what tall people get to see all the time?
Why are you following my best friend?
Because-
Can I? Sorry. Am I here during this thing, or is
We
everyone
can all be
gone?
here.
Okay.
Yeah, courtyard.
Courtyard.
There's a wall of text.
I just. Sorry,
Who was he?
Pull out a copper piece and twirl it around my fingers while she's interrogating him.
Would you call this interrogation or just
Oh, it's definitely
aggressive questioning?
It's definitely a sneakation.
Ah, yes. One of those.
Sneakagation. There you go.
Let's see. What exactly is the effect of the tech bots? Is it just a thing, or
I
can I
just
say
can-
it?
She
Hear
can know
your
your
face
surface thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, so while she's asking you these questions, I'm going to be procking you to answer them, and I'm just basically like,
Because I saw you slaughter a whole bunch of people that I too also want to see slaughtered. Basically, he repeats the exact same thing in his head.
Who?
Wait, where did you see this?
A few cultists outside of a cave.
Oh!
No.
Flying
You-
lizards.
No,
Mm.
we're not talking about that. No one is allowed to talk about that. You are forbidden to talk about that. Those words will not be uttered.
What?
That event does not exist.
Yeah, that's gonna be real awkward because that's the entire reason I'm here right now.
I totally missed
You
what
seem
that.
like a very clever little thing. You can talk around it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll see how well that goes. Either way, I imagine you people have a decent size axe to grind with a certain group of individuals of sorts that also worship flying beings. Is that good enough?
I mean, we were just doing a job.
I'm
Well,
assuming
good.
all this is on par to your thoughts, Aaron.
Yeah, no, he's literally not hiding a damn thing right now.
Okay.
Lying does not get him anywhere right now.
I'm
He's
just
the most-
making sure, my
Yeah.
character does not trust people.
Oh, yeah.
She definitely doesn't trust.
Oh, trust me.
robots.
If it does change, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically just says, "Hey, as long as people are paying to get the same shit done, I want to get done. I still want in on that."
I feel like he's talking, but I have a helm of comprehend languages. I'm not understanding.
I want to pluck a giant blue lizard out of the sky, and you people seem to be the most capable of actually helping me do that.
Well, we currently don't have any contracts for any blue lizards.
I imagine they'll wait. No, with the amount of activity he's been doing, I imagine that'll pop up eventually.
I will say, just to quickly interrupt, you guys have been hearing a lot of stories about more attacks around the region.
Yeah.
Other towns and villages have been hit, not just Brownstone.
Hey, team captain, remind us not to accept contracts with flying blue lizards. It does not sound fun.
I mean, it's great if we can kill it.
I'm all about no blue lizards. I'm on board.
Question, real quick. real quick, DM.
Mhm.
As we have been staying here for a long amount of time, have we heard anything about an entire town being destroyed by the?
So the attack on Grassdale was stopped. A group from the Protectorate connected up in a joint operation with D-Bag, and cleansed the town.
Oh, is that the zombie thing that we fled from?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, we'll just take care of it on the way, and then we were
Let's
like,
just
oh no.
This is an adventure, not a side quest.
I don't think we've ever noped out of a situation as fast as we had that.
Yeah. Well, there were like 30 zombies stampeding behind Duthro.
And a
It's not-
death knight, I think.
There was a death knight.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
there was definitely a
creepy
death knight.
hand thing.
There's
Yes.
the hands.
Yep, the little hands that were running around.
Mm-mm. No bueno.
Oh, that was the first time Grace yelled at Duthro for sneaking off on his own.
But yes, so you guys did receive word that Grassdale has been cleansed. It is no longer a populated town.
Oh
Um,
no! Oh!
Well, with the entire population having been cleansed.
you know, having been turned undead and then killed.
You know,
So,
as you do.
but the
Maybe that's a
undead
good place to
threat,
start making real estate investments.
the
I was gonna
undead
say,
threat
free
has
real
been
estate.
has been destroyed, and yes, they are currently in the process of rebuilding and repopulating.
Guys, you should get a house.
Does
Close to the
does
central
Sarge
location
have
to-
anything magical on him?
That's a pretty central location, guys. I'm just gonna let y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's close to the sea too.
I just saw the GIF.
I did too.
It's free real estate.
It's horrible.
All right. Anyway,
Isn't it like zombie land's almost like the exact opposite of attractive places to live? Because, you know, The Walking Dead and all that.
It's a buy low, sell high. It's very simple.
Does Sarge have anything magical on him?
Yes. Well, the bow is considered magical, right?
what? Hold on. Let me pull up your bow.
It's a flame tongue short.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Then
for
yes.
sure.
And yes, Wormfall, basically the bow that's strung across his back.
Okay.
That despite being a short bow is about as tall as he is.
That it?
Yes.
I go over to Sarge. I pull out the +1 blow dart, and I said, "If you're joining us, you need this."
Yes!
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Bless you.
Okay, we have to have
Yes.
wait. We have to have a vote.
Fine, I hold it up in the air. Sarge gets the blow gun. Raise of hands.
No, like,
So
well,
raises
what
her
is
hand.
that?
No, I meant we need to have a vote whether he can stay with us.
Well, that's what the blow dart is. It's the signifier of that.
If he can prove himself on an adventure with that blow dart, then he is welcome to the group.
I mean, last time they just had me, shoot a target out of the sky with an arrow, and I was able to do pretty
You
good.
gotta shoot it with the blow gun. Raise of hands. Yes or no?
Ooh, test of skill. Yes.
I-
Or
Raise of hand.
you could become a follower of Valkyr.
Ugh.
I will
I
use
wish
the
you
blow
would-
gun.
I will use the blow gun.
All right, you can be
Sneak.
in our little group, but you have to be okay with the big one.
What do you mean by the big what? The big what?
Duthro.
Okay.
Not
He is a-
Duthro, but Duthro. Do you think she'll be okay with this one?
Who are we talking about here?
Well, as long as he doesn't try to attack her or the egg.
Attack what? We're making a lot of assumptions most of which I have no
I
idea
mean, we
what
could
they're even
just tell
based
him what
off.
it is and kill him if he doesn't agree with it.
Like,
She's a dragon.
I definitely don't like that idea.
She's a dragon.
What kind?
But like a good one.
Yes.
She's very nice.
Very nice.
She's
Okay.
also my great grandmother. So don't mess with her.
I'm pretty sure there are a few more greats attached.
Yeah.
So,
Listen,
sorry, like-
Duthro has literally called her grandmother, great grandmother, great grandmother. He just adds greats where he feels like.
So basically,
I like it.
upon being explained that there's now a dragon, like, you know that meme where the guy's about to open his mouth and then just stops? Yeah, the stop happens as soon as it says, "That's my grandmother." I'm like, what? Okay. First of all, I'm not sure what your idea of a good dragon. Does it serve the cult that's going around blowing up towns and other various nefarious shit?
No, she's not.
Then we can talk. Is she blue?
No.
Those are points in her favor then.
Well, you would know, Sarge, from Duthro being a white dragonborn, that his ancient dragon or his great grandmother would be a white dragon.
It's possible, but still worth the question. Either way, I don't plan on murdering anything on sight unless A, pointed at and said, "Hey, kill that thing," without it knowing anything, or B, it terrifies me to the point where I feel like I either die or it does.
Fine. Trial run.
I is very, this is a sacred thing that has to be passed down to every party member. I hand it to him, propped on both my hands, and just slowly give it to him.
But why? It's a blowgun.
It's
a very
tradition.
important blowgun.
I've seen kobolds make this out of discarded straws.
I feel like you're trying to be part of this group, but you're not really accepting of our traditions and values.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how things work here. Also,
This is important. That's all you
Right.
need to know.
okay.
And you must add blowgun +1 to your inventory.
So I can get
I'm doing
rid
so
of it.
now.
Oh,
I am deleting it for mine.
Dean.
Yes.
Also, in the 30 days, Sneak has stolen a spare loot wire from Mercy
Okay.
and added it to her collection of items for my friends.
Oh yes, that's true.
All right. That way she can garrote somebody if she needs to. I
That
like
too.
it.
Great. Yeah, there you go.
She's just sitting in the back seat of the carriage. She's just waiting.
Don't mess with Sneak.
Don't mess with the family.
Let me just go ahead and add my
In her
archery
head,
bonus.
I know I have no way of actually doing this mechanically in the game, but in Sneak's head, if she has a little piece of everyone, she will be able to find them if they get lost.
Is
I mean, it helps
weird.
with scrying, so
Yeah.
she ain't wrong.
Is it weird that I'm actually better at hitting
she-
with this
she
blowgun
did-
than I am with my bow?
She did
That is alarming.
bury the item from Okaro.
Oh.
What did I have? I might have deleted it from my thing already. Yeah, I did. I think it was like a sock. No, Zelda has a sock.
She did steal a lot of socks.
Yeah, Cara
I
doesn't
have
I'll
like
lean
one
over to
sock.
Grace and just ask her, how many of the party members' mouths has been on that thing again?
Two.
I think two.
Look, I'm not normally a germaphobe, but I'm glad that I did to touch that.
I don't think Nash actually used it.
What was it?
The +1 blowgun.
This
I
thing
think I
come-
might have joke used it one time.
By the way, this thing come with like darts, or I have to make those myself.
Did y'all give me darts? Because I didn't put any darts down.
Yeah, I'm sure it has some darts.
Yeah, sure, it has a couple darts.
There's a dart loaded in it, but no, there was not like a cartridge of darts that came with it.
So if this thing runs out of ammo, I'm allowed to at least pull out like a sword or something, right?
No.
Oh, you
You
have to
are
hit
the
it on first
holder
shot.
of the blowgun.
Yeah, you don't have to use it.
Oh,
He has to
okay.
use it this one time. He has to use it this one time, and the proving I had to, he does. You had to?
Yeah, like they
I'm
said.
lying out my ass.
Yeah, I feel like this is bullshit, but I'm not even going to try right now.
Zella crosses her arms, looks very stern, and just
You
shakes her
probably
head.
could guess.
You know what? Fuck it.
Ah, damn it!
He probably
I
sees
could have
like
advantage because of the group, but I
he probably sees like you just like cracking a small corner of your mouth, like, okay, I will continue to go along with this because I like survival.
All right, he took the blowgun. Let's move on.
Yes. Just puts it like just somewhere on like his belt.
I'm still on Nash's shoulders.
Still a 10-day left.
Yes. As this is you guys coming back.
Show me to your human resources department for I need a job application.
You know, literally only one
The
of
whole
us is
onboarding
human.
process is a bitch. You're not gonna like it.
Yeah, but also I like being paid a lot of money for killing things I don't like.
Well, if you survive the trials, then you could make money.
Ugh.
Yeah, how does one-
I
Right, we're gonna have to
suggest
take more
that
trials.
those of you that are no longer bonded don't take any more bondedness.
That sounds well. If they let us, so maybe we just don't tell them.
Nobody
wait.
bond with the new guy.
What kind of bond we talking about? Is like a figurative thing,
I mean,
or
I'm good already because I'm still with Nash. You know.
you're talking
Mercy
of
just kind of looks at her sister and is like, doesn't say anything, but she's like, I'm not with you, okay, whatever.
you're all talking of things I feel like you assume I know, but I really don't.
That's
not
because
the
we're
only
talking about you, not with you.
I mean, I'm not bonded with.
It's a sort of annoying magical tradition of the guild, that links your life force with someone else's.
Yeah. So when Dewthroat died, Grace almost died.
Yes, it was not great. You actually, Mercy, you caught me and picked me up. That's
So
That's what that was.
yes.
But how's Zelda doing?
She's
She's
Zelda
still
not bonded with anyone?
She was bonded with
Ooh.
Hikaru.
Hikaru.
Yeah.
So wait, since
So
Dewthroat
mechanically,
died,
just so that you guys, because I don't know if you guys figured everything out, but mechanically, when your companion dies, you lose 50%, like whatever 50% of your max health is.
Yeah, in one
Um,
shot.
In one shot. And then you suffer, was it 2 levels? I think it was 2 levels of exhaustion.
So, in other words, whoever I'm bonded with, don't let them die and also stay as far away from pointy sticks as possible.
is it Zulok and Grace that are bonded? Are they still bonded since technically died? Like, how does
Dewthrow, but yes, I think, right?
Dewthrow? Wait, who is with Zulok then? Or Dewthrow?
Zulok
sorry.
isn't
yeah,
part of
here.
this group.
Oh, he still has Zulok on his name.
I keep reading that. I'm sorry, y'all.
His
I don't
bugs
know
are
why-
bonded with
I
him.
don't know why it won't change.
Go to your settings and your display name.
Huh.
Is that it? If it's not that, then it's the
And then you have to hit save name to push it
There
through.
you go. So as far as you guys know, Dewthrow and Grace, Grace suffered the effects of Duthrow's death. So, by logic, as far as you guys know, there's no reason that they would still be bonded.
Grace is 2 for 2 on dead blood buddies. This is grim.
Because Duthrow died, and then he wasn't just while he was dying, he was brought back. It was
dead.
like a deity, like
Almost
breathed
reformed
life
his
into
body.
him. Yeah, like breathed life into him. So he was dead, and then was brought back.
Technically, Zelda was dead too.
I'm also okay with bonding with Zelda if you don't want to bond with the weird lizard thing, the mini.
So
Everybody can bond with me. I'll protect everybody.
Zelda just takes Mercy's hands like, I would love to bond with literally anything else. Other than a 3-foot tall lizard person.
Dragon, but you know.
You sure I don't know how to
Lizard
make a girl
person.
feel special. I'm pretty sure it was like a gnome and a lizard.
Why are we gonna bring gnomes into this?
Oh, I mean, it could have been, a half.
I'm not
Dwarf.
sure where all the hostility's coming from as far as
There's
I'm
no
concerned.
hostility, just, make it.
no hostility, just racism.
Yeah, just slightly.
You know.
Look,
I mean-
Zelda's favorite enemy is dragons, alright? She's not fond of them.
Technically,
That's true.
I'm a kobold, not an actual
My
dragon.
character
which-
was tortured for like months by, kobolds and of the like and cultists, so she
Yeah.
just has a natural disdain. For
Yeah, honestly, you
bad
have-
memories.
You know what? Yeah, that's perfectly fair. I
You
probably took part in one of those.
Have
not gonna lie.
followed and stalked my best friend, and you have
Yeah.
not given sufficient reason why.
Because last time I made myself known to him, he abandoned me in chains.
Yeah.
That helps your case a lot.
I did nothing. That redheaded bitch just chained me up for no reason. I didn't.
Sorry.
I say we give the tiny dragon creature a chance. Maybe he will prove himself to be reliable.
I
But
was
I don't know.
basically. I was
He
literally
looked-
the best scout slash infiltrator slash user of bow in my clutch. So there's
right.
that.
Sarge, to be honest, you don't. It is bad news. That's the thing we're saying.
I don't know. In all technicality, we found Nash doing gardening work. So Nash was a gardener when we found him.
Unless you want to do the dragonborn with the cold,
Yeah,
scales
no.
or whatever.
Let's not get ahead of
Exactly.
ourselves.
Nobody wants to be bonded.
I was just talking about the bonding in general. That if it doesn't need to happen, then maybe it shouldn't happen.
I agree. And as far as what was your name again?
Honestly, I can't.
He literally has
remember
not
either.
answered him.
No, I have every time. Sarge.
Is that like your rank or your name?
Gesundheit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
My clutch.
I vouch for him. He has had multiple opportunities to not get his ass kicked by me, and he has continued to put himself in the line of getting his ass kicked.
Well,
And he is pretty good with the bow, so I vouch for him.
He saw me take a target out of the air with mine.
I know he's not
No, I
lying.
don't
'cause
think that
read his mouth when Sneak was talking to him. But that does not mean I trust him.
That is honestly perfectly fine. Trust isn't required. Just help.
I'm fine with you helping us. Just note that I'm probably going to read your mind a lot.
Hey, maybe
That
if
is
we're
perfectly
lucky,
fine.
She'll do it
The
too.
chicken will kick him.
Wait,
Well, the
what?
chicken
Mutual
is-
kicking.
The chicken. Y'all talked about this chicken, but I've never.
You're casually,
Well,
you're
okay.
casually bringing up a lot of weird shit now.
We need to let's leave tomorrow, since Nash is here, and we said we're gonna leave when Nash gets here, and now he's here. I've literally been packed for a 10-day.
All right.
I've read the
That's fine.
entire
I'm ready.
library, and now I'm bored. We need to collect our payment and get over our fears.
And perhaps have a nice chat with the Master of Contracts. He did hang up on me. I'm still a little upset with him.
How credible do you think our new follower is with proving the dragon? Wait, we have a dragon.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
I also worked on. I also was forced to work under a dragon for.
That's okay.
a
We
good
don't need you
while.
for this.
So over the table, I don't know if most people on the Southern Island are going to know what a kobold is.
Probably not.
Like, I
Not
don't
by
think we knew
name.
what they were until, like, we put them in a blender of death.
So not by name, but again, you guys have been getting reports of these attacks happening in other towns, and it does seem to be spreading. So people are aware that there are lizard-like beings running around with occults ransacking towns.
Yeah, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need that those sets of cloth I was wearing, because I feel like if we're going into a into an area where they're like trained to kill things like me, I'm just gonna. I want to rip that band-aid off, like slowly, you know.
I don't disagree with the idea of a disguise, but we will keep you safe from outsiders.
When is the last time you've had a bath?
I mean,
A what?
I didn't agree to that, but
You know, when you use water and soap to clean yourself?
Oh yes, that
you
thing
use
we
water
basically
and
do to
soap
prevent
to clean
disease.
yourself? Are you crazy?
Oh,
Nash
boy.
laughs.
The hell's soap?
You're going to love D-Bag headquarters. There is a whole spa room.
Oh my god.
Mercy, you're going to love it.
Again, you bring up words that I think I know.
Never mind.
Big hot water pit, very nice.
Okay.
I was going to offer to disguise you a little bit, but I do not want my brushes touching your skin.
That is fine. It is probably. I'm still shaking sand out of it.
Ugh, I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I
Yes. You are telling the person who used to live in the desert.
know. Sorry, just brush it off his shoulders. I know.
It gets in your hair.
Ugh.
It gets in other places too, if you know what I mean.
It gets in every place, it's true.
There's a reason we had the best on us, and it was not because. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't figure out. Yeah, I didn't figure out that little disguise was useful in the desert until like the last 2 or 3
Sarge
days. So, yeah.
wearing armor?
Yes, he's wearing studded leather,
Oh, okay.
if I recall. Yes, studded leather. There are like little bits of actual metal on it, but the actual armor itself is studded leather.
Why do I have a javelin in my inventory?
Why do you have a javelin in your inventory?
I'll take it.
Dibs!
Sure. Here.
Yeah.
Take one javelin.
Javelin.
There's nothing special about it. It's just a javelin.
I'll put it with my other 4 javelins.
Hey,
my
now you got 5.
Javelin of lightning.
There you go.
Now that's a special javelin.
It's like a golf bag of murder.
Hey, Nash.
Hey.
You remember how Zelda took off her armor and she got better at things?
What?
Yes.
Well, I decided to take off my armor and be better at things too. And
That's
you
not
don't
thing
wear
you
armor.
can do.
And you don't wear
You
armor
see-
either, so.
You see,
Yeah,
small
it's
one.
It's because I can fight.
I
Huh?
discovered that the heavy armor. I discovered that the heavy armor was weighing me down. It was holding me back.
Oh, okay, got it. Right, yeah. There was a guy in my class that figured that out about the time he got shot by an arrow that he couldn't dodge.
Well, also, and I can do this now, and she just waves over her chest or whatever, and her mage armor appears.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I don't wear armor because I can do this, and he starts flexing his pecs.
Grace casts Shield of Faith on Nash. Also that.
Yeah, that's also why I don't need armor.
But
Well,
mostly the flexing.
I am like you guys now, I don't need actual armor. I have magic armor.
You could still use my shield if you might. Yeah.
I kind of need both my hands, and she like pulls out her daggers.
Uh,
I mean,
talk about
I-
it another time.
You're all very strange people.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
So we're gonna start heading back to get
I
paid.
assume we take a night's rest, right? And then we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, head out in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Then with that, we will take our break.
Yeah.
So let's do 10 minutes. Be back at 15 after.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
And I do have a thing I want to roleplay on the way back when we get back from the break.
I also
Yeah,
wanted
when we
to
get back.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's-
Welcome back,
so we can-
guys.
are we? Oh, okay.
Let's roll.
Is everybody back?
The only one I'm not sure about is Reb. And actually, have we heard from Miles? He might not be back yet.
But it's okay,
We're
I'm
live
here.
nonetheless.
Neither is Crystal, so
It's 11:15.
I mean, for me, her
damn
camera's
it.
frozen.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's frozen.
I ended up turning all the cameras off because I could not see anybody. So I
I
just
turned mine
Just-
off a while ago.
You don't like our faces, Dean. It's fine. You don't have to lie.
I do like your faces. Roll20 does not want me to like your faces, though. It hates me.
It's a cruel mistress.
It's okay. Roll20 hates everyone.
All right. Well, so what are you guys, for the people who are here, what were you wanting to do on the trip down?
So before we leave, I wanted to do a scene. Like that night. Like
Okay.
before we head out. Grace at some point wants to try to corner Sarge alone somewhere.
I don't like the wording you're using here.
Just remember the only correct answer is yes, mistress.
Look,
That's actually how she's made all the money. It's not through the D-bag. It's moonlighting as a dominatrix.
it's a very lucrative business.
look,
It's
Sarge
true.
has worked for dragons
You
long
know-
enough to know this very well.
I support my sister in her life choices.
Sex work is real work. So at some point she tries to find Sarge and have a chat.
What kind of chat? Because last time someone had a chat with me, I ended up in chains, and I do not like that very much.
I'm not looking to
You
restrain
have to pay her
you.
for that.
Or it's true. There's a 200 gold deposit up front, and if you no show, you lose the money.
What is wrong with people in this land?
No kink shaming.
I don't know what that is.
Not looking to restrain you, not looking to do anything untoward. Very much looking forward to you traveling with us. But
Okay,
it
this
sounds
is
like there's a but, yes. Because you did see what happened in front of that cave, yes?
yes, you terrify me.
Good. Because I will do that to you if you hurt Reb. Or sorry, Nash.
I was gonna say, who's this red guy? Did we meet someone that I don't remember?
If you break that fourth wall and hurt my player friend,
Shit, I better. Yeah, I better
hurt
tell
my
that-
player's player friend.
Shit, I better tell that bearded guy who plays me to keep that in mind.
Nash
Aye.
seems to trust you. He is, however, very trusting. I don't want him to be wrong. But if he's wrong, you will not wake up one morning.
That is perfectly fine. I don't gain anything from pulling that kind of shit.
Excellent. I'm glad we had this understanding.
Yeah, trust me. I hated those people about as much as you did when you killed them.
Wonderful. Well, sleep tight.
I will try.
That's it. Then to bed.
I have a one-on-one I'd like to have with Grace.
Oh, okay.
I go to bed. Wait, nope, never mind.
I'm walking to bed.
Yeah, at some, it doesn't have to be the same night.
It's the same night.
So, Grace, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, of course.
You seem like you could keep a secret, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not a gossip or anything.
So I told you kind of where I was, right? I was visiting home in the desert and visiting my tribe. So I had kind of some weird stuff happen. And long story short, I don't want to go through the whole thing, but I might have made a deal with the devil.
This is not like you're not. This is not a phrase. Yes, you are talking about an actual deal with an actual devilish being.
Yeah, a deal, yeah, with the devil, but not like the devil, like you. Like I say that you're a devil. You have like the horns, and I mean this guy had horns, but not like you. Do you have a dad? It might have been your dad.
I do have a dad. It's not really a magic kind of guy. So,
Okay, maybe it was some other devil.
I mean, he lives
Not
in
that
the,
you're related to all devils. I'm just saying.
and well, we'll talk about that someday. I mean,
Sometime when you're older.
yes, we both come from the same desert, but I would bet a sizable fortune that you did not strike some sort of otherworld deal with my father.
So I don't totally know what to do about it. So I haven't been able. I could do stuff now that I couldn't do before. Like I could remember how Sneak did like the magic armor thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I can kind of do that too. And
Oh.
he'll cast Armor of Agathis.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
it was like this very cold armor
Yeah,
kind of goes over his torso.
that's fascinating. I don't think I've seen that before, but it's kind of got like this air of malice to it. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and I can also like strike people through the fiery depths of hell. So I'm not totally sure how to handle this.
What did you trade?
I think I gave him my everything, Grace. Like my everything that I have now and my everything that I'll ever have. Ever.
So the conditions of the deal are a little unclear.
No, I think they're pretty clear. They're just very one-sided. I shouldn't say I didn't try to negotiate, because I definitely did. Maybe I might have tried to kill the devil, and then I realized that I couldn't.
Huh. So then you kind of came to an understanding?
Yeah, I would say like that. I really I wanted to confide in somebody because I hadn't told anybody. And you're the only person that knows, so I just really appreciate it
I won't
if you just kept it between us.
tell anyone, but Sneak has been studying contracts. So I don't know if you signed any like dodgy paperwork or not, but she's been kind of reading up on it.
Yeah, this wasn't really like I signed with a pen.
Oh, so there's like no triplicate paperwork being filed. Not like the guild.
Yeah, there wasn't a notary. Nash definitely doesn't know what a notary is.
I heard the word being used somewhere.
Sounds like a very important word that he feels like he should know.
I think I'm like the guardian of the deserts. I shouldn't say guardian. There was like there was a chick there that also looked like some kind of demon, and she was really strong, and she also looked like she had maybe given up a lot too, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up like.
Like a minion of some kind?
Yeah, that. I gotta tell you, that does not sound like something I would enjoy.
No.
I'm not really minion material.
No.
Right?
No, you're not. You're hero material.
Right. That's what I'm saying. God, you really get me.
Time out real quick. Dean, would Grace have heard any stories about whatever this creature in the desert was?
Yeah. Hold on, what?
What are you eating?
Okay,
Tell
sandwich
me.
face. What's up?
Look, God was eating a sandwich, okay?
Just when you think you have a moment to sneak a snack, I've
Also,
got
this-
lore questions.
This worries me about my bond with Nash. How deep does that bond go?
Your soul now belongs to Draz School.
I know. A
just
lot of this
kidding.
is Nash, like maybe reading too much into it.
Okay. So Grace and Mercy, as well as both of you grew up in the Kalashar. You both know about the voice of the desert. You both know that the desert is said to be sentient and alive. You've both probably encountered at some point the little sand demons or the little sand devils that pop up every now and again. As far as Drazgul himself, I doubt that your clan, tribe, whatever, has ever directly encountered Drazgul, as you aren't really one of the warring tribes. But you definitely know of the voice of the desert and the desert being sentient and alive and all of that.
Cool, thank you. I mean,
It-
the Kalashar is a big place. There's a lot of unusual magic out there. I mean, you know this too.
How much does Nash know about where Grace is from in the Kalashar?
Your tribe has probably raided hers a few times.
Whoops, awkward.
Yeah, was it how Deidre, how much would you say Grace has told Nash about her?
About where she's from?
Yeah.
Probably
I
a
don't know
little
that
bit.
Nash probably doesn't care enough to ask just because he's kind of not really a social butterfly. But he definitely, if she offered it, he definitely would have listened.
She has definitely she's definitely talked about being from the desert, and she's probably talked a lot about her family, but I don't know that she would have necessarily named the town or the village. I don't know how big it is. I named it in my bio, but I'm like, I don't know if she would have ever gotten into those kinds of details. She would have been more likely to talk about the people than the place.
Okay. So Nash is not going to mention that this is the voice of the desert.
Okay.
Because he's not going to know that she knows what that means.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, that was my conversation with her, unless you had something.
No, we're good. I'm sure it'll come up again.
Anyone else have anything they want to do before we get to D-Bag?
Anyone?
Okay, well, I had another one.
I was, which I mean, you finish yours up and then I'll do mine.
Okay, well, I was trying to space it.
No, it's fine.
But okay, so I want to kind of different night, probably a few days later. I want to pull Zelda aside. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You good? So
Yeah.
hey, I'm really I don't know how to say this. I'm sorry about Okaro. He meant a lot to me, and you might not admit it, but I know he meant a lot to you too.
Guess you could say a certain amount of him rubbed off on me.
So
He was
I
a weird one.
Wanted to check in on you, see how you're doing.
She's just like tending to her griffin, and she just like turns around and like looks at you through the blindfold.
I feel like at this point, Nash, like where he used to like not know where to look at her, now he's looking like where her eyes would be. Like he's looking at the blindfold.
She smiles a little. I've mourned. This isn't the first person who was close to me that I buried. And while it doesn't get easier, you learn how to process things.
It's just, of all of us, he deserved that the least.
Yeah.
So you can keep a secret, right?
She just puts her hands on her hips. What did you do?
So I haven't told anybody else this. So you have to promise me this is going to be between you and me.
she crosses her heart with her fingers.
So we can like skip to the part where Zelda's like, "You did what?"
Yeah, exactly. Nash, what the fuck were you thinking, you absolute fucking idiot?
I mean, the fate of the world was at stake, or the desert, or my tribe. One of those things.
Something was going to go bad if I didn't do this for some group of people.
Did you sign a contract?
I mean, I think I said an oath. So it's verbal, so that doesn't count, right? Is that the rules?
Usually they don't. And she puts a finger out and it's like, usually.
I just wanted to confide in somebody, that's all.
Well, out of respect, I will not tell anyone. But just know that while I'm glad you are safe, part of me is a little disappointed. But if it was either that or you don't come back at all, then I'm happier with this outcome. But now I am worried about you. More worried than I usually am, and she shrugs. Like, I mean, I'm always worried about you because you tend to do not the most intelligent things when it comes to strategy and rushing headlong into danger. But who am I to judge?
I mean, I'm usually not worried, but I'm a little worried about this.
I will see what I can drum up. I've worked with people of my profession who have focused more on creatures like this, and they may know more. Let me ask you this. Was there blood involved in this oath?
There was, right, Dean?
Yes.
I feel like you drank blood or something.
Yeah, I seem to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, now you see, that's a problem.
Well, I mean, it would.
Generally, there are two things that should set off red flags: blood and contracts. If there are contracts with blood in them, then they should be doubly worrying.
I mean, didn't
But-
you drink blood with the D-bag?
Yeah, I was trying to save my dad, and I did try to kill the devil first. I mean,
I
it was,
think
it was,
it
it was
didn't
not
go
my
so well.
first choice. No.
Well,
I'll get a little stronger and I'll beat him next time. Bam, easy day.
I
I feel like
mean-
we really brainstormed this together.
I'll try to help. I will help. Who knows? Maybe we can beat him. But typically, for contracts like this to become fully void, you need to kill them.
Well, I feel better now that I've got this off my chest. That's all I
I'm
had.
glad to have helped.
You really did.
Hey,
What
so
did you
do you
have,
need a
Crystal?
cloak of the mental
Oh,
ray?
No,
Hey,
I
you asshole!
just gave mine to Sarge.
Oh, so you already has one.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
You have a lot of random magical stuff.
Yeah. She's been like standing in front of a griffin this entire time too. Just this massive fucking eagle lion thing with armor.
I think by now, so we're talking like a few days into the trip. I'm sure Nash has attempted
Oh, I thought
to
we hadn't left
make
yet.
friends with the Griffin. Yeah, yeah, we're
Oh.
traveling towards Steve. We can always backtrack for you. But I feel like Nash has probably tried to make friends with the Griffin at this point, with his speak with animals and all that. So he's probably cool with the Griffin. What's her name? His name? Their name? I don't want to assume.
Stormwing.
That's an awesome name. He like had to think for a second to decide how awesome it was.
Surprisingly awesome, apparently.
Yeah, he was like, that's a dumb, awesome name.
This is Nash we're talking about.
Okay, what do you want to do, Crystal?
Oh, basically the night before we left, kind of like how after you Grace stuff, Gracie probably would have been like waiting in Grace's room. I don't know if they were sharing a room or what, but she was waiting.
Okay.
Wanting to talk to her.
Yes.
So
She comes in like yawning. And is happy to see you.
About this D-bag group that you are affiliated with.
Sorry, Dragon's Breath Adventures Guild. You know how we like you truncate things.
Yeah, it's just back in the desert we had something called a D-bag that no one was supposed to use. Like our great grandmother, she was. Anyway, beside the point.
Right, like she would hit your knuckles if you said such a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, if they do make us do the whole bonding thing that you've been talking about, I mean, because you're my sister, I kind of want to bond to you, but at the same time, I saw what happened to you.
Yes, I mean it feels like potentially dangerous magic, but if we get any say in it, I would absolutely vote to be bonded to you. That just, I don't know. I mean, if they make me do it with somebody else, that's fine. But if I get any say,
yeah. I mean, same, but at the same time, I'm more worried about hopefully nothing would happen. I feel like between the two of us, we're very good at, and keep people up. But I don't know how I would be able to handle losing you and experiencing what you experienced.
Well,
all at the same time.
That's very simple. We will watch each other's backs. We won't let anything like that happen. Now that we are back together, we'll take care of each other.
I definitely have missed you. Hope to not have to miss you that much again.
I'm just happy you're safe. I was so worried. I mean, like I know you went through a lot of terrible things, but hopefully you can start putting them behind you. And we can make kind of a new life. And I think you're going to like the group. They're odd, but they're good people.
Mercy will like grab Grace's hand and squeeze it. We've both been through a lot, but like you said, we're back together, and I'm sure we both can move past it, especially since we have each other. And if I'm being completely honest with you, Zelda and Nash are actually kind of hot, so like I could deal with the group a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like everybody in the group is like really attractive, but
And Snape,
you know, we have a lot of pretty friends.
yeah, I mean, except for the new one, but that's just not my taste. You know what I mean?
It's fine. I mean, I don't think I could. I wouldn't want to date anybody in the group. I feel like that would be like complicated.
Oh no!
But
Oh
like
Oh
everybody's.
my
like,
god, will you
all
guys
people.
shut up and trying to sleep?
That's- We're almost done.
Girl
They're
talk.
sisters? I told you they were all related.
I he's a himbo. He's very attractive, but not all there in the head.
It's the horns. I'm telling you. They all have horns. In some way, they're all connected.
I feel like one day I'm going to have to punch him in the face.
Just Nash in front of
He
like
would
one of those
probably
conspiracy
like
boards.
that. He would probably think that was flirting. So like, just be aware of what you are doing.
Only punch him in the face if I flirt.
I think that's probably a good assumption. He would probably take it as a challenge and also like an offer date, which would be the challenge. Like the date
Look,
would
I know
be a duel.
he's from the desert, but like, is that really what his tribe is like?
I've never met them, but they seem to be a lot of very skilled warriors, very proud.
You being a germaphobe have definitely noticed that he is not the most hygienic person you've ever met.
Yeah, he's definitely disgusting.
That's it. I'm not sleeping in your guys' room anymore. I'm gonna go find Nash.
Tell him to
Sorry.
take a bath
Why?
so I can punch him.
Whereas like Zelda is like presents herself very finely and like
Yeah, Zelda's
very good
definitely
care.
higher. If I had to choose someone to punch to date, it would be I would punch Zelda to date her.
How would she feel about that as a date?
I now just imagine like just a video game QTE press punch to date.
It's like a quick time thing, like the shoulder buttons, like punch.
Oh,
date,
yes.
Except it's the same. It doesn't matter which one you do. It's
why
the
do I have a
same
feeling like
result.
this is like a Yakuza mechanic?
Honestly, it probably is in one of the games. I'll have to find that.
A dating
Either way.
side quest and you just got a fucking rapid punch. I don't know.
Hey, y'all invited me to this game. There's dating side quests. Get over it.
Yeah, I was about
There's
to
gonna be
say.
companion side quests to romance people.
Nash, can I sleep in your room tonight? The girls are talking about dating and stuff.
He is fast asleep, and he's just like, it's the horns. They're all connected.
Well, actually, that's actually a question. Does Sarge even get a room, or?
I mean, he could probably just be like him and Nash.
All right, then if that's the case, Sarge probably isn't even asleep yet. He's just in like the highest point in the room he can get in a corner somewhere.
All the
Oh my
small
God.
folk are just cuddled up to the half orc.
If
Sarge does not
Sarge, no, Sneak would not cuddle up while Sarge is there. Like
Sarge doesn't cuddle. It's fine.
Like Sneak will be cuddling up with Nash and like staring daggers at Sarge to back the fuck off.
Like
I
an
mean,
angry, possessive cat.
Yes.
No,
Oh my
Yeah, this
god,
is
that's
mine.
so
no,
perfect.
he literally just looks at you, looks back at the corner he's in, and then just gives it like a little like, what else do you want?
Two cats just squaring off against
No,
each
it's not
other.
even. He's not even square off. Like, I can't back off anymore. We're in an enclosed space.
You've asserted your dominance. You're good.
Now go pee on Sarge's bed.
I would rather that not be the case. I just escape that.
That's all I had, though, was basically talk about the whole bonding thing.
Cool.
Before going to sleep, she casts protection from good and evil, even though it lasts 10 minutes. She doesn't care. On Nash.
No.
Wholesome.
Haha, jokes I knew. He's chaos neutral.
Does that do anything crazy?
No.
Like if a fiend attacks you or something, you've got some sort of resistance.
I'm a fiend
Yeah.
warlock.
I
That
don't know
doesn't
that.
make you a fiend.
Well, that's kind of what I'm worried about. But okay.
Can you speak Infernal now? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I was looking at it on my sheet too because I have it as well as part of my It's a Divine Soul freebie.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
Certain types of creatures. So all those?
Miles,
Oh,
you,
one.
you didn't have any roleplay things you wanted to do, Miles?
Not really. It seems everybody doesn't like the fact that Deep Throat's more religious.
he's found Jesus and it's going a little.
And everyone's like, we're gonna avoid Dewthrow now. He keeps
No.
talking about Valkyrie.
I could go do a roleplay thing with you and try to spread the good
mean,
word of
the-
Savros.
Zelda's
Nash is going to. I mean, this is going to
It's
happen.
okay,
anyway. Nash
guys.
is going to go to Dewthrow, like right before they get to the city. He's going to be like, "You can keep a secret, right, bro?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's not a secret. Everybody knows you.
Sneak
And
is gonna
literally-
be so
he's
mad.
definitely gonna. Yeah, he's definitely.
Sneak is not even
He's
known.
gonna bro love Dewthrow through it, and try to get like bro assurance that he's got his back.
You literally intimidated me into not saying a damn thing. I want you to know this.
So now everyone
Yeah.
knows except for Sneak and Mercy.
Basically.
That's not true. I mean, I could have totally detected thoughts one day or the
Do
other.
you want to
and
get
figured
out of this pact? Because, listen, I know a lot of people, they've been saying things, and I've been talking a lot about Valkyrie. But, trust me, Valkyrie can do some crazy things. Also, if we have to, we can just go kill this demon, and you can just take all of his powers. I'm not really sure how it works.
Yeah, you're totally right. We totally could do that
We could take it
anytime
out.
we wanted to. I probably could have done it
Yeah.
right then if I felt like it. I hadn't
Yeah,
stretched that.
probably, dude. I've seen you do some crazy shit. So I just assumed that you just let him live.
Yeah, I felt sorry for him. That's totally what it was.
Makes sense. But if
Are
you need
you, are
my
you
help,
okay?
what? Well, I technically died, okay, and you just gotta understand the whole fact that, dragons have come to this place, and I've lived here for years, and I've been saying, oh yeah, dragons exist, I'm a dragon, and all this other stuff, and sort of the whole crazy thing has been happening, but everybody's just been like, they've been weird themselves, and it's making me feel a little weird. And it's just then you left, and no offense, you're easily the most interesting person to conversate out of the entire group. Sneak's just been reading half the time, and Grace talked about my homeland a little bit, so that was good to get to know. I know nothing about Mercy, so I I'm not great with people or things that aren't dragons. Technically, I'm not even. My great grandmother's come back, and I've had to deal with that family relationship. And there's a lot of happened to me. Seems a lot has happened to you.
Nash kind of takes a deep breath. Whoa. I gotta tell you, when I asked how you were, that was a lot, bro.
That's rough, buddy.
No problem.
I kind of feel bad telling you about my problems.
It's okay. It's okay. Did you hear about the plan? About the plan of us trying to get ourselves
Yes.
over to my home?
Yeah, that plan. Yeah, we were gonna get
My
you
God.
over there.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, Nash. It's gonna be. If we get over there, it's gonna be some cool stuff.
I can't wait to get over there.
Yeah, to the
He like
northern
points in a direction.
He points south.
Dude,
But then as soon as Duthro points somewhere, he changes his
Yeah.
pointy finger.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be super awesome. Also, we might have to kill my family. Not my grandmother, but like the rest of them.
That's rough, buddy.
Like you're saying, we gotta like
We
fight
might.
dragon.
I'm not 100% sure if we're gonna have to, but they're not
That
good.
sounds
They're
awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? They're not great people. They'll
Do you remember
probably
that
try to
time
kill
when
us first.
when you and I like fought a dragon 2-on-1 and everyone got mad at us?
Yeah, what was up with that?
That was crazy. We would have won that.
We would have.
And that's the rest of the conversation.
I just imagine at some point just Sarge just somewhere like a couple rooms away just hears the word. Remember when we fought a dragon? Ears perk up. Eh.
All right. Is there anything else before we get back to the D-bag? Anything at all? All right.
It's just a
Eat
quick
your sandwich,
note.
Dean.
It's just a note. That during the month of downtime, like when she's not training with the Griffin, she is like learning about Valkyr from Duthro. I think I did that a while ago while we were still playing the B team, but
Okay.
You're not alone, Duthro. It's just my character doesn't know you, so I don't know how to approach you.
Yeah, that's the entire thing. I don't know how to approach you.
And Sarge just technically the closest thing Sarge had to a god is now dead, so you know.
And Snake is
Sure.
slightly mad at you, so.
Faith
yeah, I
ain't
know.
fun. Faith ain't fun in his experience.
Show. One thing a lot of people don't know about Valkyr is that not only is he the god of the sea and of storm, he's also a god of adventuring. So even if you're not on the ocean, as long as you're adventuring, you will, be able to, appease Valkyr. It's not too difficult to appease him as long as you're doing the right thing.
so I don't have any response to that. But Zelda is just like nodding all along, like paying attention.
Okay. Then Valkyr will just, or not Valkyr. Valkyr comes alive.
I am Valkyr.
I am
Valkyr's in the room. Hey, how's it going?
My name is Duthro Valkyr. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, Duthro will just tell him tell her.
Over the course of more about religion than she thought she'd ever learn in her entire fucking life. That's fine because lightning's cool.
All right. Anything else? All right.
Going once, going twice.
I thought you were about
Well,
to say something.
no.
I was like, damn it, Ian. All right. So you guys make it back to the D-bag after a fairly long trek from Dusk Bear.
Do we stop through Grassdale?
You can if you'd like to.
I just
Hell
want to know
no.
what like the real estate pricings are.
It's definitely more affordable than any other town. Not many people want to. Immediately after a great purge like that, not many people want to move there.
God, they don't know what like real estate is like. They are selling low. Like,
Just
come
saying,
on.
if you have a necromancer in the party, this house still has the ghost in it. That means free labor.
She'll just make a note of
I'm not
some of
that
the
kind of necromancer.
of some of the larger houses.
I was mutilated in my sleep. Yeah. Go on. I'm making
Like a
a
manor?
pitch here.
Yeah, like a manor.
Oh God.
With like a gated in place so we can actually have like a fort or something, in a sense.
Yeah, we can always add those later. But yeah, so she like takes note of like the larger like manor houses and
I'm about to have 6,000 gold, so sure I'll invest with these strangers. My sister's here.
We have bonded with you over the last month.
I'm not. Okay. I did not say you did not bond. Me and Duthro are probably the only ones that. Well, me, Duthro, Reb, or Nash. Sarge. I'm reading y'all's names, and Reb never changes.
but that's it. That's literally that's all I've got for reals this time.
All right.
Sorry, Dean.
No, you're good. All right. Let's
So-
see.
I'm joking.
Nah, dude, seriously. Come on.
Yeah.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
A dragon falls dead out of the sky and just belly flops on all of you.
Blue?
Ha ha! He's dead. Joke's on you. This is the outcome I wanted.
And all right, so you guys make it back to the D bag. Once you get inside, you get some greetings from a bunch of random people. Not a lot of pomp and circumstance, but there's a little bit of just kind of like, oh yeah, I heard what you guys did at Brownstone, and oh yeah, great job with the dragon cult. And and when are we going out for the next one? And what's your plan to take care of the others? And was there actually a
Now they
dragon?
believe us about the dragons.
Yes, we have to have words with the
Wait a minute. No one actually believed there are dragons flying around?
No, we were looking at one, and I called the
Yeah, that's like-
contract master and said I am looking at a dragon, and dragons don't exist, and he hung up on me.
That guy might be an idiot because they're really hard to miss.
I agree. There was one like 300 feet away.
And the quartermaster comes out and looks at the party and, oh, it's about time you decided to come back. I was wondering where you've been.
We were mourning a dead party member while recovering from attacking a dragon.
Well, glad you're back. Sorry to hear the druid's dead. Let's see. You probably need to go see Master Gimbal. I'm assuming you want to get paid for the job.
Yes.
It's a good start.
All right, well, go see Master Gimbal. He's in his office. When you're finished with him, come back and find me.
Wait, you
Sorry,
say
rewind.
find or
What?
Find or like fight?
Fine.
Find.
Okay.
okay.
Trust me, lass. You don't want to fight me.
No, we did, fight a dragon.
I kind of want to fight you.
I'm
Good
sure
man.
something can be arranged, Nash.
Sweet.
But anyway, Gimbal's waiting on you. The reward's been burning a hole in his pocket for quite some time. And then he just kind of storms off and starts yelling at someone else.
Let's go see Gimbal. A dumb name. That's what Nash says.
Are you sure they didn't believe
Like
you? They
out
seem
loud
like.
says it.
name.
You sure they didn't believe you? They seem well aware that there are dragons flying around.
Yeah, now they're aware.
Now that multiple towns have been hit.
It kind of sounds like Thimble.
We were telling them the dragons were hit before it was cool to say dragons were being hit.
Nimble. Nimble. I
Wait.
can't think of any other words that rhyme.
Bimble.
Thimble.
Thimble. I said thimble and nimble.
Stupid.
I think they're close.
Ah! Nash high five.
Wow.
That's a synonym, not a.
Wow. So much animosity toward the guy who's about to pay you.
He doesn't need to know I'm calling him names.
I mean,
All right, we go see him.
all right, so you guys make your way over to the Master of Contracts, and you see the old gnome behind his desk, and he looks up as you guys walk in. Oh, it's about time. I've been sitting on this for a while. I don't know all of you. Why are they here?
Don't worry about it. We get our reward. We'll talk about that. Well, you're a contract master. Just give us a reward. We'll talk about it.
I'll give you your reward when it's just you. I cannot give out rewards in front of non-members.
Actually, I'm kind of here to rectify that.
Please
If that
tell
helps
your
at all.
pet to keep quiet.
I would like to
Grace
be a
uses-
member.
Grace uses thaumaturgy to like make small tremors in the ground, and gets up in Gimble's face.
You need to and I'm like right behind her on Grace's back, going, yeah, we need to negotiate some compensation, Mister.
Wait, can we get our gold first?
He thaumaturges back and jumps up onto his desk to get eye level with Grace. And I said I can't be giving out rewards in front of non-members.
Where can I go to become a member?
Yeah.
You speak to the Master of Recruitment.
I leave the room so Grace can yell.
Also, I'm no one's pet. Thank you.
I
Bye.
tell Sarge behind me.
Good job, Sarge. Here's a cookie.
The fuck's a cookie?
I'll
You,
try it.
you sent us on a quest to go deal with some cult members ransacking buildings. That was what the contract was for. When we got there was a dragon, and I messaged you, and I told you about the dragon, and you told me to not quite fuck off, but you were thinking it. And Okaro died because you didn't have enough information for us.
Yeah.
What she said.
Well, I'm sorry that your Okaro died, but in all fairness, we haven't had a dragon in over 1,000 years, so how was I supposed to know?
Hey, how many
It's literally
contracts?
Job.
How many contracts have we done for you?
One?
We've done more than one. Thank you very much. And we have
Those weren't contracts.
we
guess
got
you
paid for
what?
them.
You did do the one job, that's true.
Okay.
Two then,
And
fine.
all the time that you have known us, have we ever been untrustworthy?
No.
Okay, so do you normally don't believe your guild members when they say, hey, I'm facing something that's bigger than the contract you sent me? That maybe
Well, it's new guild members, yeah.
they
They
could,
do it all the time.
maybe they could use some fucking help.
Try and weasel their way out of things.
Are we maybe being a little hard on him?
Our
Nash,
Caro
like, timidly.
died
Tough.
Nash.
All right, that's fair.
Doothrow died Nash. Zelda died Nash.
They're standing right there.
Well,
Do
you
we
see,
end it
we were
after we
brought
get the
back to
gold?
life by a different dragon.
Oh, sure, more dragons.
This fucking guy.
How much gold was
Let's
the
just-
reward for
Let's
it?
just get our money, and I just.
I've got your reward. Just hold on a second.
I wish I wouldn't have left because I could have proved to be true.
Oh, did you guys leave? I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, they.
I said we
Went out.
left to go find because he couldn't give you money without us there.
Woo.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
Wolf.
I gotta
That
open up
plot
the
was
party
This
loot.
looks like a job for Kayla.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fuck, I'm the party holder member. The party loot holder.
Party holder member.
Kayla, I get this new character. Can you hold them for them?
You're just giving us a mysterious vial of liquid with no monetary value.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure this is not the first time he did that.
Dust of dryness, really?
What
Yep.
color is the mysterious vial of liquid?
It is a sort of aquamarine color.
All right. You didn't say yellow.
Just give us a vial of
He
piss.
just pissed in a vial and handed it to you.
Big
go,
piss
bitch.
energy.
That's what you get for getting an attitude with me.
Do it again.
By the way-
I filled 2 bottles.
So do we like go to our quarters?
The quartermaster did ask you to come back and find him.
Is that he said Master of Arms, not Quartermaster, though, right?
Well,
For us two, for Sergeant.
Master
had a
of recruitment.
recruitment. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So you two are looking for. So the quartermaster is Oren Glasshammer. But the master of recruitment is Dane Cush.
I'm going to
Uh-huh.
get along with this guy, I think. Is it Dane K. Kush?
No, just Dane space Cush.
I was just adding it. Dane.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He is a halfling.
A halfling. I try to approach him if I can with Sarge if he's following.
He greets you. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Oh, hey,
Oh,
darling.
good.
We are with the group that had just joined. Grace, Nash, Sneak, Duthro, Zelda. We are new party members of theirs, and we are told that to speak to you if we want to be part of this guild.
Oh yeah, the heroes of Brownstone. Yeah. Yeah, I love those guys. I recruited each of them. Yep.
Yeah, I'm also a hero of Brownstone, but you know,
Yeah, I don't know your name. Who are you?
mercy.
Mercy. Well, have mercy on me, Mercy. You look like you'd be a good fit in the guild. I bet you're real strong. You got some magic going on.
Sure.
Sarge just tugs on something of Mercy's like, this man is weird.
Oh, look, you got a pet. Hey, little guy, how you
going-
doing?
He bites.
Oh,
Especially when people call me a pet.
that's okay. Animals love me. Watch this. And he like pulls a treat out.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Hey, little guy.
This is your moment, Aaron.
Slowly,
Green for.
just slowly reaches for the short sword on the small of his back.
This is a month of Aaron not getting to play.
He just slowly reaches for it. Sir, I am not an animal. I speak basic. I speak almost perfect common. Just this is like basically the sword head shaking it. It's more like no, don't pull it, don't stab him, don't stab him. You can't. Sir, I am seeking employment in the slaying of problematic creatures across the land.
I see. My apologies. I didn't realize. My daughter, she's got a pet lizard. Looks just like you. Just
I
kind of
snapped my
assumed. I
fingers
guess
in
that's my bad. I apologize. All right. Well, if you're both trying to get into the guild, I can make that happen.
Just hand off the sword. Okay.
What are your qualifications?
I flash my magi tattoo just to signify that I'm a
All right.
spellcaster.
See, I knew magic and stuff. I knew that was gonna be you. And what about you, little guy? What you got? I see you got a bow. You good anything? You any good with that bow?
Yes. Before I came here, I was a scout, infiltrator, and all-round hunter.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna be like hunting and gathering food for the party then.
No, more like hunting things that shoot fire at people.
Oh, like pissed off wizards. I got it. Yeah, I don't like them either. They always throwing fireballs at people. I'm like, hey man, that's just not right. But they do it anyway.
I actually feel that on a much deeper level than you could ever imagine.
All right. So yeah, so we definitely can find a place for both of you. It's not going to be a problem. You're just a matter of going through some trials is all.
I've heard of these trials. What exactly do they entail?
I hear the deep inhale.
Oh, you know, they just they just test out your merit and like you know how good you are with your skills and you know all around adventuring type things that you need to be good and successful in this job.
Please do not take this the wrong way, but you are very good at explaining things with many words and not getting any information to me.
Oh, thank you. It's a talent I've acquired over many years.
I come from a long line of politicians.
Like, I feel dizzy with all the circles you have been running with your mouth.
I see.
Basically, he wants.
Well, look, here's the thing. You got 3 trials, right? You pass all 3. You go through the initiation. You get a blood bond. You sign a contract. You go out. You do jobs. You make money. It's a pretty simple process.
Is a blood bond required?
Yeah.
Do I have to blood bond with this person?
Not necessarily. It just depends on, you know, if anyone else in your team wants to bond with you.
And what if we have an odd number of people?
Well, then, I hadn't really thought about that. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'll ask.
All your groups are even numbers?
I'll have to ask the headmaster. Yeah, most of our groups are even numbers. There are a few odd number groups. But
maybe he can get paired off with, someone else.
I say we can always pair off, and then Zelda just bonds with her griffin.
I'm not bonding with this lizard thing that tortured me.
I said the lizards.
I only took part of that once. Be fair, I was probably tortured to do it.
Do not make yourself look like a victim.
I am.
Unbecoming.
I am. He says just like through a grin.
This is the person that just made herself look like a victim.
He tried to make himself look like a victim to make me feel sorry for what he did to her character.
Not really. He was just putting in the details you are missing.
He's not wrong. Kobolds most definitely do not get treated well.
No.
So yeah, he just continues to just kind of, re-explain. You go
When
through
do
the
we start?
trials. Oh, Dad, I'm not sure. My job is to recruit you. You'll have to talk to Orin about all that. He does all the training and getting people ready for trials and all that stuff. I'll talk to Master Hasselhoff though about the odd number and the blood bond.
These names,
What?
nothing. Sounds good. So do you need anything else of us right now, or can we return to our group?
Here, fill out this submission form. Just so that we've got you on record as wanting to be here.
Ah,
All right.
I take it, then I go back to the group. I'll fill it out with them.
All right. Yeah, just make sure it's on my desk by the morning. I'm sure we've got some guest quarters that we can put you up in for the night.
I go to Grace and Sneak, and I show the paper to them, and I'm like, is it okay for me to fill this out, or am I signing a contract?
Technically, it is
Study
a
it.
contract.
Technically,
Do any of you have the ability to see invisibly?
That technically is not a contract. It's more like an application.
I'm still making sure. Though not trust. With all the horror stories they've given
I detect
her.
magic on it.
It is just a regular piece of parchment.
I did learn that apparently, if you write something on a contract in invisible ink, that clause in the contract is null and void.
Oh, I have seen invisibility.
If there's no way for the contractee to read the clause, then
I have a way to read
it
it.
is not enforceable.
I have seen invisibility.
Actually,
But this is just a regular piece of paper.
Is that just in
Yeah.
the United States, or is it all around the world?
This was from a United States lawyer that I heard this from, so I cannot say the same for the rest of the world.
I think this is just an application, which I think I have made the grave mistake of using my full name on my contract. This is not going to bode well for me.
I don't think I filled one out.
You
I
did.
was working for the gardener, and they just told me to go do the thing.
I fill it
Remember
out.
when we did the trials, Nash? You didn't fill out an application, but you did the contract thing.
Yeah. I did the trial. I mean, you call them trial. They were kind of fun
Yeah.
to me.
Like, what exactly do these trials entail oftentimes?
Oh, plants.
Plants?
What type
Wyverns,
plants?
Wyverns,
Undead
okay.
plants.
puzzles.
Undead? I can deal with undead. That's
No,
Undead.
undead plants.
Mines full of awful creatures with tentacles.
I mean,
Remember
I
a
feel like
courtroom?
have to
That
vote
one was
for it.
terrible.
I feel like
Wait,
my
you're talking
last
about
trial
Rogue?
was a one-off, and that was to like save someone's life. But I think that was a very special circumstance.
So
Wait a
how
minute.
long did it take you to finish your trial?
A few days.
Fucking
Which
forever.
which one? Which one are we talking about?
I'm just trying to see. I mean, are you guys okay with us doing these trials now, or do we go somewhere? I mean,
It
seems
to be different every time. When Duthro and I joined, there was like there was a puzzle, and then there was combat, and then there was more plants that wanted to murder us in a giant maze. And then a big plant in the middle of the maze that also, guess what, wanted to murder us.
How do you people live in this continent?
I mean, our first
wild.
trial was a puzzle too, and then
Wait, live
combat.
on this
The
continent.
courtroom, yes.
Where are you from? Wait, are you from the other island?
He just looks at Duthro. Did it really take you that long to figure that out?
Well, I haven't been there in a long time. I forgot about kobolds.
Yeah.
Are you guys related too?
Oh no!
No.
So my tribe used his kind to essentially do whatever we didn't want.
Yes.
They, they made sure, any animals we had were fed. They cleaned up around us. They were also used to soak up arrows when we attacked a village.
Quick
Yeah.
question: did they get paid for this?
What?
They, as my father once said when I asked him the same question, he said they get paid by not being.
I didn't realize people got paid for doing shit for people until I got here.
Okay, so what we're talking about is slavery. That's
Yeah, that's
Hey,
probably the common
did I-
word for it.
Did you not really understand our conversation where I said my family is not good?
I mean, you did mention that they are terrible people, but
To be perfectly honest, if a kobold lives long enough, sometimes they get slightly better treatment and actually get, jobs that are actually worth doing. But, the moment that started happening, the dragons, some people serve started dropping dead and all that.
Yeah, you become a torturer, don't you?
No, you get tortured and then eventually you probably torture somebody for a bunch of dickheads you don't even like.
Mercy, I'll help
Serious.
you with your trials if you want.
I swear to God,
no, I feel like we should do it as a team.
Can you guys
whatever
help
they-
us with
they
the
make-
trials?
They've let us in the past. They've kind of let us bring people in, and then the new people are doing the trial, helping.
Well, if
Most of them are
Oh.
clearly designed for more than 2 people.
you guys are okay with, doing this again, I
I
this is the
mean-
only way I can join this organization and help any contracts you have.
yeah, regardless of who shows up, I have no choice here. I like the idea of getting paid for killing things I don't like.
I assumed you guys made money. Did you get to talk to the head or whoever that guy was about your issues? I know
We
you had.
cleared the air.
We
a
had
little.
words.
Do we have someone else we have to go talk to, Dean?
You guys were supposed to go find Orin, but we're right at the ending time, so
Well, Mercy fills out the paperwork as we had been talking,
Well,
and
do we want to go see him real quick?
we can do that.
I'm good with it if you want, Dean. I did before we ended. I wanted Nash to attempt to try to communicate or commune with Drazgul, but I'm fine if you say it doesn't work. But I at least wanted to
we can do that in DMs.
document that Nash tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's do this. We'll just go ahead and end it there tonight, and then we'll start the next session with you guys tracking down Orin.
All right.
What is Orin's job again?
He's the quartermaster of the guild.
He's the quartermaster. Okay.
So
That's not the
those-
guy that we need to go see. Me and Sarge.
yes, that is the guy that you and Sarge need to go see.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So for those of you who are in the guild who may not remember everybody from the guild, so you've got the headmaster, David Haslahov.
Oh my God. I don't think I actually heard that one.
Is the man.
Also known as the man.
Dean, you deserve destruction.
You've got Meister Pindle, who is the head mage, the archmage of the guild. You've got Orin Glasshammer, who is the quartermaster. He's a dwarf. Okay, so David Haslahov is an elf. Meister Pindle is human. Orin Glasshammer is a dwarf. The quartermaster. You've got Gimbal Jim Tooth, who is the master of contracts.
Fuck that guy.
Who is
Yeah,
a
he
gnome,
seems
I
like a
think,
giant
right?
dick.
Yeah, he is a gnome. You've got Lanya Hope Bellistaire, who is a tiefling, and she is the Master of Prayers. Give me 1 second. Make sure I spelled that right. Of course, I'm not spelling it right. It's only a name that I made up.
Why would you? How would you know this?
Let's see. And then you've got Gwendolyn Weldeloon. And Gwendolyn Weldeloon is an elf. She is the Circle Elder for the Druids.
Do they have like a ranger guy?
Not particularly, no.
How about a monk?
No.
Boo.
I mean, there are people who are those things, but none of like the guild leaders are of that class. Let's see. Circle Elder. And then you've got Dane Cush, the Halfling Master of Recruitment.
Dane Cush.
Say goodbye, everybody.
I forget the name of the
Goodbye,
gardener
everybody.
guy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
Bye.